analyze and come up off niggas' demise. That Nina oversight, jump out with that bitch, I'm surprised. Bitch, it ain't no disguise, the witness in court acting blind. I pay the judge off, I pay my lawyer to advise. Make this song cry, and I'ma make a bitch cry. And see, that's gangsta fire. I'm with them gangsta slime. Yeah. We in Castilla, don't you cross that line. I do this shit for Clementine in the present time. I love my grandma past death, yeah, she all mine. If I could rewind, I bring Damien back when we was listening to Carter One and Gangsta Black. Yeah, real Memphis shit. Walking through East Memphis, bitch. That's Hoover territory all around chucking shit. Make this song cry, I'ma make a bitch cry. I'm a gangsta nigga, you can see it in my eyes. You know we move the trap every time we compromise. I sit back, analyze, and come up off niggas' demise. That Nina oversight, jump out with that bitch, I'm surprised. Bitch, it ain't no disguise, the witness in court acting blind. I pay the judge off, I pay my lawyer to advise. Make this song cry, and I'ma make a bitch cry. Make this song cry, I'ma make a bitch cry. I'm a gangsta nigga, you can see it in my eyes. You know we move the trap every time we compromise. I sit back, analyze, and come up on niggas' demise. That Nina oversight, jump out with that bitch, I'm surprised. Bitch, it ain't no this guy, the witness ain't cracking blind. I pay the judge off, I pay my lawyer to advise. Make this make a bitch cry, make this song cry, I'ma make a bitch cry.
Y'all come on in. We're finna get into Nolan Wells in a minute. We got a lot of new information on this case.
Yeah.
Okay.
Allen, talk to him, bro.
Hey, bro, I need you to kill it, bitch. Whole crap. I need you to make these motherfuckers feel this song, man. Make this whole crap, bro.
Okay, we in South Memphis with choppers, ho.
You know?
Yeah, we get that way from off Milwaukee Road. Grandma told me as a young nigga, stop following hoes.
Yeah.
Follow the money, it's gon' take you where you need to go. I'm in Atlanta with the big folk, and on the big five. I got that Nina with me, she gon' make a bitch cry. You know, you can't ask my five, that's why he's still doing time. And I'm putting money on his books, I never leave his side.
You know I got
Make this I'ma make a bitch cry. I'm a gangsta nigga, you can see it in my eyes. You know we move the trap every time we compromise. I sit back, analyze, and come up off niggas' demise. That Nina oversight, jump out with that bitch, I'm surprised. Bitch, it ain't no disguise, the witness in court acting blind. I pay the judge off, I pay my lawyer to advise. Make this song cry, and I'ma make a bitch cry. And see, that's gangsta fire. I'm with them gangsta slime. Yeah. We in Castilla, don't you cross that line. I do this shit time in the present time. I love my grandma past death, yeah, she all mine. If I could rewind time, I bring Damien back when we was listening to Carter One and Gangsta Black. Yeah, real Memphis shit. Walking through East Memphis, bitch. That's Hoover territory all around chucking shit. Make this song cry, I'ma make a bitch cry. I'm a gangsta nigga, you can see it in my eyes. You know we move the trap every time we compromise. I sit back, analyze, and come up off niggas' demise. That Nina out with that bitch, I'm surprised. Bitch, it ain't no disguise, the witness in court acting blind. I pay the judge off, I pay my lawyer to advise. Make this song cry, and I'ma make a bitch cry. Make this song cry, I'ma make a bitch cry. I'm a gangsta You can see it in my eyes. You know we know the trap. Every time we compromise, I sit back, analyze, and come up on niggas' demise. That mean no oversight. Jump out with that bitch, yo, surprise. Bitch, it ain't no this guy. The witness in court acting blind. I pay the judge off. I pay my lawyer to advise. Make this song cry, and I'ma make a bitch cry. Make this song cry. I'ma make a bitch cry.
He's good friends with Nolan and all of this type of stuff. But I got an interview with the mom and the dad where the mom is saying she doesn't even know that kid. He said it was him in the video arguing instead of Nolan, and he's been receiving threats, and he don't know why him and the white boy's been receiving threats. And the mom, Nolan's mom, says she don't even know you, dude. Nolan mom don't even know you. And she said, now the other boy, I can't remember his name, but the one that was on TZ, she said, now if he say that he's a friend, she can believe that because she knows him. She knows his mom. She knows his dad. He's been over their house with Nolan, having fun, right? Doing shit that kids do. She doesn't know the other kid that's saying that he's good friends with Nolan, and it was him arguing in the video and not Nolan. What's up, Shakira? I see you back. No, I don't like Diddy. Diddy not cool with me. I like Notorious B.I.G. as a rapper, and I believe Diddy took him out. So after Notorious died when I was a kid, I didn't fuck with Diddy no more after that. As far as music, I fucked with that group that Diddy had out, Danity Kane. That group, yeah, I just hated when his parts came up when he did the CD with them and everything. But I loved that group. Day 26 was whack as fuck. I like Fifth Harmony. Is that a group that I think he had that group, Fifth Harmony. Yeah, I like them. I actually worked for a company called Memphis Record Pressing back then when they were out, and I got to press up that Danity Kane record that they did together when they was under them. Through Sony and Red Distribution, company of Sony. But yeah, like I was saying, the young dude took the interview, said, man, that was me arguing, and Nolan been good friends for a long time. We're childhood friends. I don't know why people are sending us death threats. And my mom took an interview and said she don't know you, bruh. Yeah, we got the interview from Nolan Wells' mom. She said she don't know that kid. What's up, Sterling? Yeah. She says she do not know that kid that's talking about. That was me arguing. That wasn't Nolan arguing. So that was you arguing, bro. So you really want us to believe that was you arguing, asking for your phone back. So somebody took your phone like they took Nolan's phone. See, some stuff I'm just not gonna believe. This kid want us to believe that was not him arguing. And you know why he did that? Because the other kid that is Nolan's friend, he went on TMZ and he said he couldn't tell if it was bro-ass arguing or if it was Nolan arguing to make out. Because bro got into an argument too. But nigga, did you get into an argument about your phone? Cause all this shit you saying, I was the one who got into an argument about my phone. Nigga, how we know little dude who mama is the judge, didn't call you. I'm doing all right, Sterling. How we know little dude, who mama the judge didn't call you and say, hey, go on. I'm setting you up with Rolling Stones and ABC, Good Morning America. Go on those stations and say that it was you in the argument saying that you wanted your phone back. Nigga, how we know the judge didn't call you and say that, nigga? We know the judge didn't meet up with you. Because Nolan's mom and dad took an interview today and she said she don't know what you talking about. You Nolan's childhood friend and all this shit. She said she don't even know you. She said she don't even know you, man. She said you never been over her house. She don't know your parents. She said now you probably knew Nolan in high school, but as far as childhood friends and you good friends with Nolan, she don't consider you good friends with us. Don't know you, man. She said now the young white dude that was on the boat with Nolan, that was sitting on the outside. You know what I'm saying? She said she knows him. He's been over her house. She knows his parents. She said the young black boy on TMZ, he's been over her house. She knows his parents. She said, but this second young dude talking about it was me in the video arguing for my phone, it wasn't Nolan. She don't know you, nigga. Nolan mom said this out of her mouth, nigga, and we got the interview. Yeah, I'm finna get ready to play that, because, nigga, first we need to hear the interview where you say, no, it wasn't me, it was Nolan. It wasn't Nolan, it was me arguing. Right? Then the mom said she don't even know you, nigga. I think this is right here.
These reported accounts Nolan Wells missing Massey at 3 Awkward Island.
New audio from a dispatcher after Nolan Wells' mother contacted authorities when she learned her son was missing.
Okay, so we got some audio and shit in this clip from the teen who said that it wasn't Nolan, right? He said it was him in the video, in the sound clip that we heard arguing, saying give his phone back. So, nigga, you telling me that Nolan not the only black kid whose phone got taken that day on the same island? Yours got taken too? Well, nigga, tell me this. Was it by the same white boys? The ones you protecting? Talking about you and them was Nolan friends and y'all just want justice for Nolan? Y'all want so much justice for Nolan. Why y'all speaking out? Why you speaking out on media outlets? They ain't speaking out at all, but ain't none of y'all speaking to detectives. Y'all want so much justice for Nolan, but y'all ain't speaking to detectives. I mean, that's what y'all want us to believe, bro. Listen to this shit, y'all.
18-year-old Nolan went to Horn Island in a boat with friends on July 4th. His body was found 2 days later. It's unclear who Nolan was with when he disappeared. And now, new details from two people who were on the island. Trayston Shepard was not on the same boat with Nolan, but tells Rolling Stone he was with Nolan and a large group around 3:30 p.m. Many have speculated this video, widely circulated on social media, showed Nolan in an altercation. But Shepard says he's the man in that video having a disagreement.
Shepard said he's the one in the video having the disagreement. Nigga, the judge could have paid you. Could have paid your family to go and make this statement right now because of the other young black boy that took the interview on TMZ, said he didn't know if it was you or Nolan arguing. So how we know that you telling the truth? Because you also said Nolan is your best friend and one of your childhood friends. And Nolan mom's got on the interview today and said she don't fucking know you. No, Nolan mom, y'all come on in, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Nolan mom says she don't know this dude. What this nigga name is?
He's the man in that video having a disagreement. In that video, you hear somebody yelling. That is me, Shepard told Rolling Stone. Rolling Stone.
That's the nigga named Shepard. Nolan mom don't know Shepard. She said that nigga ain't never been over their house. She don't know his family or nothing. She said she do know the other young guy though. The one that was on TMZ.
Reports Shepard's girlfriend, uncle, and a family friend corroborated his story.
So, like, it's really hard, like...
A close friend of Nolan's, Javon Williams, telling...
Yeah. The mama says she don't know Shepard. She don't know who the fuck he is. Nolan mom, she don't know who the fuck Shepard is. But she says she do know the other
Nolan's
friend.
Javon Williams telling TMZ...
Javon Williams? Nolan mom says she know Javon. And you to say Javon, or she said somebody else, one of the white boys. She said she knows them. The dad knows them. They've been over Nolan's house. They spent the night over Nolan's house. They had fun with him. She said she even knows his parents. She knows Javon's parents. But she said this other dude, she don't know who the fuck he is. So for him to say all of that about Nolan, and it wasn't Nolan in the fight, it was him in the fight. Nigga, you expect us to believe you over Nolan's mom, nigga? You expect us to believe that you such a good friend of Nolan and his mom said you ain't his friend? So, nigga, who friends are you really? You must be the white boy's friend. You must be Katie them friend. For you to come on here and lie and say, I'm one of Nolan's childhood friends and I just want justice. We just want justice for him. Nigga, Nolan mom says she don't know you. I got the interview. Let's finish this right here. This little 1 minute clip. And then we're gonna play the interview that Nolan mom and dad took today with Ben Crump on a channel called The Griot. Yeah, black sister. She interviewed them. Nolan mom said she don't know that dude. He talking about he's Nolan's childhood friend. She said he's never been over their house. She's never met his parents. She said, but the other young dude on TMZ that was on TMZ took the TMZ interview and everything. She called him by his name. She said, we know him well. We even know his parents. She called his mom and his dad by their name. She said, nah, that's one of Nolan's childhood friends. But for this other dude that's saying he's Nolan's childhood friend, he's never been over Nolan's house. He's never met his parents. His parents never met his parents. She said she don't even know why he would get on ABC Good Morning America and say that. Plus, the young dude took interviews with Forbes magazine and New York Times and Rolling Stones. Fuck you get an interview with Rolling Stones? Unless like you big or you know somebody that's big, right? That's trying to publicize your story more than the story that's already out here. Y'all come on in, like the video, please. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed to the channel. Yeah, but Nolan mom don't know this nigga. Y'all finna see though.
He saw Nolan on the 4th and would have done anything to help his friend.
That's my boy, and it's like that, like this whole case thing, like whatever, like this whole...
This young dude that's talking right now, Nolan mom said he's the only one that she knows.
Situation, and none of this adds up to me.
Nolan's parents told us they need more information.
We're having to pull straws because just everything's so inconsistent. And again, you know, doing this because we want answers.
Do you think someone might have harmed your son?
You look like nothing that happened. Roscoe 4120. Shut the fuck up and get off my channel.
I don't know how to answer that.
Stupid fool.
Kate Snow joins us now in studio. Kate, it's been 9 days since he went missing. It's been
This
a week
shit
since his
serious,
body was
nigga.
recovered, and we still know so little from authorities.
Yeah, that is puzzling, Tom. We don't have results yet from the official
Yeah, my
autopsy
nigga,
or...
my nigga, this shit serious, my nigga. Don't come on my channel with no bullshit, boy. We on here talking about a young black brother that died by 3 white boys' hands, nigga. If it wasn't shit, nigga, why they ain't got no story about what the fuck happened? Why they can't remember? Fuck wrong with you? Roscoe, don't play with me, boy. Stay out my chat. Stay out my chat, boy. Talking about who gives a shit. Boy, you better get on somewhere. I'ma show you who give a shit. Yeah, baby, this Blockstar MS Analytics, baby. But also Memphis too, boy. We'll get on your ass. Yeah, nah, I ain't gonna block them. I'm just gonna shut them up. I appreciate you, J Motion. Yeah, J Motion 470 said block them. Nah, I'm gonna shut them up. Yeah, we ain't gonna play about Nolan, my baby boy. Huh? We ain't gonna play about Nolan. Yeah, he deserves everybody respect and time. If you finna come on this channel, I got to say about this shit. Y'all ain't do nothing, Jannard. It was Roscoe. I had to get on his ass. We talking about a young black brother, only 18, that died by his 3 supposedly white friends' hands. He talking about ain't nothing happened. Who gives a shit? Nigga, everybody gives a shit that's on this channel. That's what we tuned in for. He trying to put shit together, all together, and figure out what really happened to goddammit Nolan Wells. We see his mom and his dad taking interviews every day, man. Them folks hurt. I can barely even talk and recall they shit word for word because that shit pains me. They lost their son, man. Ain't nobody trying to help these folks do something about it. You think I care that Tyler Perry gave them folks some money for the funeral? You think I care that Colin Kaepernick paid for the money, autopsy and shit? That shit don't mean nothing to his family. That shit don't mean nothing, man. That shit it can't compare to his life at all and what he meant, my nigga. Stop playing with that young man. We finna get into...
See, the family commissioned. NBC News has been reaching out multiple times to the coroner, to the sheriff. We're told the investigation is ongoing. Social media sleuths are trying to fill the gaps, Tom, but unfortunately that means there's a lot of misinformation out.
She said social media. She said we trying to fill the gaps on social media, but unfortunately that means that it's a lot that's missing. It ain't too much that's missing. It's just a lot of unanswered questions. All the puzzle pieces are there. Y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel. All the puzzle pieces are there, but it's a lot of fucking words being missed. It's a lot of statements being missed. You know what I'm saying? The puzzle pieces are there, but motherfuckers ain't saying nothing. Motherfuckers just standing around watching us try and put the puzzle together and see we ain't... They know which piece we need next. Huh? Yeah, them white boys, they know which piece we need next. But what they doing? They sit back, they laughing, they bite their fingers, they nervous, they happy, they don't know what to feel. They think they done got away with some shit. And then the next second, we up on that shit. Social media, we up on that shit because the sheriff department ain't up on that shit. The detectives ain't up on that shit. Ben Crumpton, they say they questioning folks. They questioning folks about this shit. They ain't really up on this shit though. Y'all questioning us about this shit. We ain't heard shit about this shit at all. The mom said, Nolan Wells' mom said the sheriff department ain't contacted them since Tuesday of last week. What that sound like? It sound like they done stopped investigating to me. It sound like the white boy who got a stepmom as a judge. It sound like she stepping on toes in the town to make sure that they don't add her son in this shit. Even though he probably has something to do with it. Yep, Michael Hobbs, that's exactly what they act like. They act like we dumb and we can't recognize what we see. But watch this though, Mike. When we do recognize what we see, Mike, guess what they say? Man, that didn't happen. Man, y'all crazy. When we do recognize it, this the first thing they like to say. Man, y'all crazy. Y'all sound insane. How are we crazy? How do we sound? Okay, we crazy and we sound insane. Let me show y'all this. See, cause I just told y'all I got an interview where the main mom said she don't even know dude. She don't even know the dude that's saying that it was him arguing and shit. It is right here. Watch this.
The story of Nolan Wells has gripped the nation. The 18-year-old went to...
This on the Grio. The GRIO. Right? Nolan Wells' mom and dad just took this interview about 4 or 5 hours ago. Yeah, we the first ones to touch it. We the first ones to lay it down to y'all besides the Grio where they actually took the interview at. No one has covered this shit yet. I snatched it first, just like that. Now you listen to Nolan Wells' mom. She finna explain to us about all these young dudes. She finna explain to y'all that she and his dad do not know that little dude that's on there talking about. It was me in the argument, not Nolan. She don't never met him. She only knows one of the white boys that he was with, and the young black boy that took the interview on TMZ. And she knows both of them. They've been over Nolan's house, and she's met both of their parents. But she don't know them other white boys, and she don't know this new little black boy talking about he's Nolan's childhood friend. She said she don't know why he would say that. He's Nolan's childhood friend, and she's never even met him, never even been over their house. Like, nigga, you ain't even never met Nolan's parents, and you talking about you're a liar. So who asked you to tell that lie? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Which one of them white families out there asked you to tell that lie? To protect their kids from what they kids done already done. And like I told y'all, look, Katie just as guilty as all the rest of these motherfuckers, man. Don't let her swindle you. She knows what the fuck happened. You know why? Because Katie is very popular. Her mom is very popular. We saw it on social media. Folks, Katie talking about that such and such daughter. We don't get no fuck who daughter she is. Talking about we've all been to their parties. What? Oh, so y'all influence the community. And anything your mama say, Katie, if she say, hey, y'all protect my daughter, and look, she really likes such and such, so don't put him in it. But if we don't put him in it, we can't put them in it. Well, don't put any of them in it. hold back. We're going to contact such and such mom. She's a judge to get her to make a statement. We're going to call such and such because he's another black guy. So even if he's not Nolan's friend and he say he's Nolan's friend, people will believe him. But what they didn't know was Nolan mom was gonna hear that shit and she was gonna come out in the interview and say, hold on, y'all, that is not Nolan's friend. Me and his dad do not know that dude. We don't even know his parents. Every one of Nolan's friends, we know them. They been over our house and we know their parents. I thank y'all for the love. Thank y'all for the likes. Y'all subscribe. We finna play this interview. Let's hear what his mom had to say about these fake ass who call themselves Nolan friends.
On Island with friends on July 4th and never made it home. Tonight, his parents, Christine Wansley and Elmore Wansley, and their lawyer, Mr. Ben Crump, are here to share about their fight for the truth of what happened to Nolan and also to tell us who Nolan was. Before we talk about anything related to the case, I want to express my condolences to you, Christine and Elmore, and to just say that you have been so inspirational in the midst of your pain and grief, the way you have advocated for Nolan. And I just want to ask, how are you doing?
Hanging in there, praying a lot, leaning on
this Nolan mom,
on our family, our faith, our friends, our community that has really just rallied behind us during this tragedy. Yeah, all we can do right now is take it day by day, but most importantly, taking care of each other, supporting one another, and just trying to keep our emotions kind of under control. Because sometimes when you have, tragedies like this, you want to be angry.
And shout out to Nolan mom for being the anchor, because we can see in all the videos that Nolan's dad is so fucking hurt by the shit. I mean, he can barely talk, but the mom, she tries to motivate him and keep him smiling. But that man hasn't smiled since his son has died. That man hasn't smiled since his son went missing. And I'm sorry for that, sir. Condolences to his mom and his dad. Y'all send his dad a lot of love because that man is really hurt right now. Really.
Sometimes because you just want to know, but we've been, I feel like, doing a good job of just keeping each other accountable in that aspect of making sure that we stay level-headed whenever we're speaking, making decisions, etc.
Yeah, and there's so many amazing stories about Nolan that bring light in the midst of all of this. So I imagine that is helping as well. I want to ask, tell me, since you've been doing these interviews.
I have Nolan's last interview too. We gonna play that a little bit later on. His last interview about what he was finna get ready to do, the D League he had got accepted in, his college football, and what he had done as a junior and what he's doing right now as a senior. I got all of that, so we gonna hear that too. What's up, Lala? Good to see you, girl.
Have you heard anything new? What is the latest with the local investigation that is happening alongside of independent investigation?
So I'm going to be honest, we have not heard from our local authorities since last Tuesday. And that was because...
Didn't I just tell y'all? Mama said she ain't heard from them folks since last Tuesday. This just took interview. This interview just happened tonight before I got off work. About 4-5 hours ago.
As I sent a text. I was like, hey, this is Christine, Nolan's mom. Just wanted to get an update. We received a phone call, basically really no updates. And that was it. We've heard from no one else.
Wow. Mr. Crump, what's your reaction to that? Is there anything that indicates, is that abnormal for you as someone who's worked on many cases?
It certainly is, if you put it in context. I know I had the opportunity to talk with Byron Allen, and Byron and I really had a deep exchange, because we talked about if the roles were reversed, this investigation would be handled totally different. I mean, you would have had those young men being interrogated, They would have been separated. It would have been like first 48. If you had three
I said
young
that
black
much.
men with one.
I said that much. I said Nolan was white, and there was three young black men. And soon as I said it, a little while after that, the memes started coming out of Nolan being a white boy and three young black dudes surrounding him. Yeah, and I said, God damn it, them boys would have been in jail soon as he came up missing, and they found out that them niggas was with him when he came up missing. They would have been in jail. I said, then when they would have found this body, they would have put the murder charge on him already before they even figured out anything else. I said, and if they wouldn't have been able to figure this shit out, they still would have hit him with the murder charges and said that they figured it out. Them boys wouldn't have never saw the light of day, but these boys never even got arrested. Never even got sent to the interrogation room. Never got brought downtown for questioning. You know why? Because one of them stepmom was a judge. And she made sure they had to go down there. You know what she did? She called them all. And she said, y'all bring our boys to the... We're finna call the sheriff's department, get them over here, and we're gonna talk about this. That way no one gets arrested. Now look, sheriffs, we such and such, and these boys are good boys. And the sheriff like, no ma'am, we're not gonna arrest them. We're gonna dumb this case down and quiet this case down and quietly close it down as quick as possible. And that's what they've been trying to do. But we've been putting the flashlight on the motherfucking case. Where the fuck the case at? We putting a flashlight on that bitch. They keep the case down. As long as we talk about the case ain't gonna get shut down. The case can't go nowhere. Yeah. As long as we, it ain't going nowhere. Where the case done went? The case ain't died. No, that motherfucker is alive and is thriving. Shit, you got a billionaire film owner, Tyler Perry, then heard we got it all over the internet. Now, if we don't quiet down, it don't quiet down. Go harder. You know what, Jim? I'ma slap the fuck out of you. Yeah, understand that. Goof ass buster that. Little tooth bitch. Yeah, it's my channel, boy. Get your ass up off of here. Yeah, real shit on this motherfucker. We talking about lives, boy. Yeah, really, I just speak like a real street nigga from Memphis. Yeah. But I appreciate that, Sly Cooper, PS2. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm from Memphis, bro. South Memphis, same place Dolph from. Dolph land. So that's how the bitch and the boy and all this shit come out. I talk like Dolph. Yeah. Yo, got it. Don't play with me. Play with your bitch. Young nigga on some multi-million-dollar shit. Was popping. Bitch, it's Pepper Out Empire, you pussies. That's how Dolph used to be. Yeah, emphasis on everything. La, what he say, Jim Jones? Yeah, hey.
Young white man, and that young white man ended up dead. And so Elmore and Christine and all of us have been saying, we want a zealous investigation for our son too. We want you to do for our son what you would do for anybody's son and get to the bottom of this, because it's not adding up. And the fact that it seems like it's such a laissez-faire investigation. We take whatever they say as the gospel. We don't,
Yeah, that's for sure, Sly. What you said, la, long live dog. Yeah. Long live Dolph for sure. Yeah. You know, Glorilla, she from South Memphis too. Yeah, not just Project Pat. Gorilla, she from South Memphis. Uh Pooh Shiesty, he from South Memphis. Uh Big Star, he was from South Memphis. Uh Man, plenty of motherfuckers. Player Fly, he from South Memphis, but he was a part of 3-6 Mafia. A-Ball and MJG, they from South Memphis. Yup. A lot of Memphis artists come from South Memphis. That's where all the talent is. You got a couple of folk come from North Memphis, like Yo Gotti, DJ Paul, them. You know what I'm saying? Some of 3-6 Mafia comes from South Memphis, and some of it comes from North Memphis. Uh, Lola Mitchell, Gangsta Boo, who passed. She from, you know what I'm saying? Yup, South Memphis, and she lived around in Whitehaven, what they call Black Haven, what black folks call Black Haven. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, South Memphis is where it's at. Big Boogie, he really from Baton Rouge, but when he moved to Memphis, he grew up in North Memphis. You know what I'm saying? So it's South Memphis and North Memphis. That's where most of the talent come from, in Memphis. Yep, MJG for sure. MJG, 8-Ball and them. So they moved to Texas and started getting down with Bambino. Drake, his dad from Memphis, Dennis. You know what I'm saying? He from South Memphis. Yeah, let's get it understood. So Drake folks from South Memphis, okay? Yeah. Yeah, he got a studio. His dad got a studio out here out in South Memphis.
Ask them on anything. We don't cross-examine them on anything. Nolan said, I volunteer that I'm just going to stay behind. And I'm not even going to ask for my cell phone. A grain of salt. And they know their child. They know the young person they raised. He would not have done those things, but they have articulated that over and over again. And so we have to hold everybody accountable. The local officials, the boys on the boat, everybody have to be held to account.
Yes.
And to that point, I would like to ask Elmore, you have spoken about conversations that you had with Nolan about staying with a group, always keeping in contact. Can you open up a little bit more about that son coaching that often happens with dad and boys about?
Man, and the dad is. Hear me when I say, oh, get this junk. Yeah, for sure. Hey, that what it's supposed to be like. You know what I'm saying? That's what I tell y'all at the beginning anyway. Everybody grab your blunts, grab your cigars, your cigarettes, whatever you smoke, grab your drinks, and we finna sit back and analyze some shit. Y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel. We still finna get into this shit where Nolan Wells' mama says she don't fucking know that dude. Why he talking about it was me arguing, it wasn't Nolan, and I'm one of his long life friends. Nigga, we don't get no fuck cause you black. We don't believe you. That my mama said you are not his friend. She said she never seen you in her life. This shit is crazy, y'all, and y'all finna hear this shit. The man, Nolan mom said she never seen this young nigga. She never met his parents. Only young nigga she done met is the young nigga that was on TMZ. She said he's been over their house. She's met her and Nolan's dad have met his mom and dad. You know what I'm saying? One of the white boys, she mentioned his name. She said, unless you're talking about such and such from TMZ and such. Now we know them. We know their mom. We know their dad. They've been over here with Nolan at the house. We've been over to their house. New young guy that's saying that it was him in the video fighting over his phone and it wasn't Nolan and he's one of Nolan's lifelong friends. She said, we don't know why he would say that because we don't know him. Warren. Yeah, that's the nigga name. Then my mom said, we don't know dude that. I don't even know why he would say that. That's exactly what I said, Tammy. But they trying to say he black. When I see him in the picture, Latino. Yeah, and most likely he is Latino. He just trying to throw us off. You heard me? The white folks that got him, Katie mom, they got them all together, all the white boys together and his little ass. Because as we can see, Nolan, it looked like he was in Katie mom's kitchen in the picture. He took a picture with the little Latino dude. So they said, hey, we can use her and say that you were one of Nolan's best friends and you can kind of throw the story because you're close to his color. People will believe you. Now, this is what I believe happened. I believe this is why the sheriff ain't even questioning these folks. Because Katie mom got everybody together, brought them over to the judge's house and called the sheriffs and defended these folk. And said, sheriff, you need to shut this shit down. And the sheriff said, okay, we're going to do it. They're just making everything publicized on social media. And what the judge mama say, she don't get no fuck. Man, shut this shit down. So that's what they trying to do. They trying to cause confusion, throw smoke up in the air, and shut the shit down, but we ain't gonna let him. Let's hear what his dad had to say, and then his mom gonna speak and let us know she don't even know these.
How to move about in this world, because I think it's really powerful.
I think I can really thank my mother for that because I grew up with a lot of cousins and I was the smallest of the bunch. So I had to kind of defend myself against them a lot. But one thing that always stood out with us, with my family, was if we come together, we stay together. If one cousin fight, everyone fights. And I preach that same thing to my kids. If you go somewhere with someone, you come back with them, no matter what. It's don't let a girl separate you from your safety net. It's plenty of girls.
Hey,
you see one here, you see one there. So for them to come back and that'd be the first thing that come out their mouth, like he decided to stay on the island and we left. That when they said that, that automatically just it turned me off, but it turned on a question like I know he wouldn't do that.
The dad got pissed off by this shit. You telling me that my son would do something that I know he wouldn't do? He said, man, turn me off. Question like, why would you even say that? Like, why would you even tell me that my son would do something that I know he wouldn't do? Dad and mom don't want to draw speculation and say that y'all killed my son. They already feel it, but they don't want to say it because they don't want to be bashed. So you know what? I'ma say it for them. You fucking white boys, you killed Nolan, and you need to come clean. You need to come clean because you're not going to be able to walk through America no more in your fucking life with every damn near every black person in America knowing who you killed. But see, some of us are civilized, right? I can be angry all fucking day and walk in public and not harm nobody because I'm civilized, I'm smart. I know if I hurt somebody, I'm going to fucking jail. And I'm black. I'm not getting out. Like, this is what I know. This is what I know. I'm a young black dude. If I hurt anybody outside of my home, I'm most likely going to jail and I'm not getting out. No matter what judge I go through. If I hurt somebody out here, the folk gonna treat me like an animal when I stand in front of them. And I got dreads, oh, they gonna hold me forever. They gonna lock me the fuck up and throw away the key. So I know, not, but I got from my hood that's still in the hood. See, I'm in the suburbs. I done moved out to Cordova, where Pooh Shiesty mom and dad stay. Them folks stay up the street from me, right? But, uh, man, I got some niggas in the ghetto in South Memphis that I can go back and get and bring them out here and they'll terrorize my whole neighborhood. Probably even my place. They'll break into my shit. That's why I don't bring them out. They can't be out here. Nigga, I go to work, nigga, and I come back, nigga, and everything gone. They'll sit up and watch my shit until they see my wife leave and be like, that's his wife right there. And soon as she leave to go to the grocery store, she ain't gone nothing but an hour, and I'm at work all day. When she make it back in that hour, my shit is broken into. That's why my niggas from South Memphis don't come out here. They don't get to see this. If I want to see them, I'm going to go to them. I'm going to have everything that I need because I ain't going to the store for nobody. I ain't taking nobody to the store. We ain't doing that. Man, take me to the store, get a bird. Nigga, I got some birds in the car, nigga. Hey, Ben, get the ice chest. Nigga, the ice chest. Yeah, nigga, I went about three 24 12-ounce can packs. Yeah. Bust one of them 24 packs open and pour it in there. Hell, nigga. Hey, bro, can I go then to give me some cigarettes? Nigga, I got some cigarettes. Hey, give me one of the pack of cigarettes out of the carton up in the They like, damn, this nigga got everything. Damn right, cause I ain't taking damn one of y'all nowhere. I ain't even finna let you get up in my shit so you get something. Nah, I'm just smart. Yeah, them niggas got about 3-4 cases for sure. We're talking about real cases. Nah, I got some niggas that done straight up shot some niggas up. Some niggas that done put niggas in the hospital, put niggas on shit bags. Niggas that done took niggas' lives. And I be scared of them. I'm still scared to hang around them, but they love me. So I have to show up for them. Or they'll feel like I done switched up on them. Then they'll treat me dirty. Then just imagine I'm in the city and I bump into them. They at a Kroger's or something and they going through it. And I ain't came and seen them in a while. I ain't been around and shit and I look real happy. They finna buff up on me and beef with me. Bro, where the fuck you been, man? You treat me like this. You think you better than me? Like, bow, take my life. Yeah. I'm talking about some real niggas. But like I said, they real niggas. I ain't say real men, my nigga. Yeah, I'm talking about some killers though. I love them to death though. I bring some niggas like that around. Niggas start shutting the fuck up in the room. Cause they be scared of them. Yeah, they ain't scared of me. I like this nigga college hat. He goes to college. The other nigga like, but not those motherfuckers behind. They are right. I got the apes and gorillas with me when I come through.
I preach that to him every day. He would not do that. So you telling me that you're lying to me just off the rip, you're lying to me. I can't believe it. I won't believe that.
I saw it today for the first time because really a lot of folks who were there have been silent. We saw people taking down their Facebook. It was almost an instant reaction that people went into to protect themselves. But
the mama said they saw these motherfuckers taking down their books and shit, meaning that when this shit started, mama started going back to, she go to her page and she look up they page through her friends. These motherfuckers then deactivate pages and shut they pages, they social media pages down, and you know who told them to do this shit? The judge, bitch. Now, they said that she made a statement that could potentially poison the jury, like towards her son. If her son-in-law got caught for the murder, like the jury pool would be picked within the town, and you're a big judge in y'all city, right? She a big judge in this city, right? So what she did was she made a statement publicly on Facebook renouncing her son and saying he had nothing to do with it, basically claiming his innocence. And you know what she did after that? She put the court seal on the motherfucker and her signature. Now, anytime you involve a court seal, like that's basically telling the public that the court agree with what you're saying in this statement to them, Judge. She didn't just put her signature and her seal, she put the court seal. Them folk read out the court, like the court division, like the seal for that motherfucker. Like, so you got people that could potentially be the jury pool, if this shit finds out that it was some foul play and these folk killed Nolan and they have to face trial for this shit. Then the jury pool is the fucking city that you done made this motherfucking post to, Judge, already a month, 2 months, 3 months before this trial even take place or may have to take place. So you making motherfucking statements on Facebook because you're popular, poisoning the whole motherfucking city. He had nothing to do with this. So you just want everybody to forget about Nolan. And you damn near successful because you like, bitch, I run the city. I run the town. Me and Katie's mom. The judge, bitch, and Katie's mom running this shit. Come on now. These folk running this shit. These folk. Watch this. This what I said, y'all. I said, man, these folks. I said, all these white folk, they wanted a piece of Nolan. They had sons going after Nolan. They had their daughters going after Nolan. When I seen them, I said, this must be Katie's mom's house. He was taking a picture with the nigga I thought was a Latino. He tried to say he was black, right? So I'm thinking this nigga a Latino, like Lala thought. Lala said she thought the nigga was a Latino too, right? When I look in the background, I see a white woman. I said, damn, is that Katie's mom right there standing by the counter? I know y'all seen the picture. And then on the other side is two white girls standing behind Nolan. They like this, photo bombing. I said, man, every time you see Nolan take a picture, folks is surrounded around him. They want to be able to say, I was in the picture with Nolan. Yeah, Nolan Wells. Girl, he was at the party, girl, and I stood in the back of his picture and I through, girl, go on his social media. I'm in there. He didn't even crop me out. I said, these folks was so in love with Nolan. I said, he was the only talent ever coming out of they shit, man. Said that his dad said, I think he had 3 uncles or either his 3 big brothers or some shit like that was in the NFL. Right? So it's only, and his dad was the smallest one, but he produced a son that could go in the NFL. Because he was only 18, he got accepted into the D League. Already accepted into a college. He the poster child of the college that he get accepted into with the coach and the quarterback, and he's a freshman wide receiver. This how cold this boy is. Radio stations giving him interviews all around the city. He on the radio. He in the newspaper. He's on ESPN. Yeah, Nolan Wales got highlights. His shit is on ESPN, my nigga. Nolan ain't just no anybody. This is the star athlete coming out of y'all neighborhood. And you a millionaire. You a millionaire. And you a millionaire. What if your son could be his best friend? Then that means you can keep up with him. You can take part in your dynasty and sow it into him and sponsor him. When he goes into the NFL, you standing behind him. So the agent and shit got to put you in on the deal because you already like his agent and his manager. And you standing behind his family and you like, hey, whatever you guys need, got you at Nolan. When they go to see Nolan play, you get the skybox. And you put his family in the skybox with you. So when his family up there in the skybox, who's sitting next to him? The rich ass white family out the neighborhood that was able to win his family over. And y'all throwing y'all hands up and they saying, oh, and they're sitting with the family. They're sitting with the Wayans family, with the Mitchell family. We didn't know that the Nolan Wales family knew the Mitchell's family. What are those guys doing in the skybox together? Well, I heard the Mitchells had a deal going with them. No wonder Nolan doesn't want for anything. This is what they wanted. The women that was sending their daughters, like Katie mom sent that girl after the boy. She knew he was going to be like, damn, Katie. And you already know, hey, stop playing with Katie. You already know. Look at Katie, how she looked. She hit a twerk move. She had the bathing suit on the beach and shit. She damn near hit a twerk move on his ass. And he said, damn, girl. She said, come on, talk to me. Yeah. Yeah, she knew what she was doing. Yeah, she married his ass. Katie would have married his ass. She didn't want the white boy, though, because they wasn't athletes. We found this out in the beginning of the story. These white boys were not athletes. When the mom and them was asked on their first interview on ABC, Good Morning America, do these other boys, are they athletes? Do these boys play sports with Nolan? She said no. Even the young dude said that on TMZ. They asked the young dude. They said, does these other guys play sports with Nolan? He said, no, they're not athletes. Nolan's the only one that plays sports. What does that tell y'all? And then, like I said, when these niggas is in pictures with Nolan, everybody want to have their arm around them. It ain't just like when we stand in the picture with our nigga, we like, what's up? No, it's like when I see a picture with somebody famous. I don't just want to stand like, what's up? I want to put my arm around them and they come around me. So even though I probably just took a picture with him, when I tell people, I be like, yeah, man, I was standing there talking with him. The man so laid back. The man not even laid back. But people believe me because I got my arm around him and he got his arm around me and we smile. I'm not just standing like this. Now, if I'm just standing like this next to him, they like, this nigga said he was chilling with the man. Nigga, they don't even look friendly. These niggas ain't even touching each other in the picture. They just standing beside each other. He look uncomfortable as hell. So everybody and like I said, when he taking pictures with other people, if people around, they trying to photo bomb. They trying to get in the back and just show their face and say, hey, I was in the picture. I photo bombed their picture. I was actually standing in Katie's mom's kitchen right there next to Nolan when he took a picture with his friend Theodore that lied on TV and said that it was him arguing. I ain't getting no fuck what dude name is. I'ma call him Theodore because he a fucking liar. That man Nolan mom said she don't fucking know you, dude. And we finna play this interview and hear her say that she do not know dude. I want y'all to hear this. And this interview just took place last night. About 4-5 hours ago. This is the latest interview from that man parents, Ben Crump. They took it on the grill. Let's go.
Trayston Shepard described himself as Nolan's best friend. He gave an interview saying that
Trayston Shepard described himself as Nolan's best friend. Y'all finna hear the mom say, why would he say that? We don't know him. He's never been over our house. We've never met his parents. Watch this.
he was the one who was yelling in one of the viral videos that people had been questioning, and said that it wasn't Nolan in the video, that it was him, and that Nolan met a girl that day that he really liked. He'd never, interacted with this girl before. Her name was Katie. Have you spoken to Trayston since Nolan's passing, and how are you responding to his account of what happened?
So, first of all, we don't know Trayston. We've never met.
What did his mama just say, y'all? What did Nolan's mama just say? Did she just not say? So, first of all, we don't even know Trayston. I told y'all this woman do not know dude. These white folks that got dude to get up here and say, hey, it was me. Because they heard the younger black guy on TMZ say he couldn't make out who voice it was, or if it was his other friend. He didn't say that dude was Nolan's friend. He said that there was his friend. He said, I don't know if it was my other friend or if it was Nolan, but it sounds like my other friend that was arguing earlier. This nigga get on there and say, yeah, it was me arguing earlier and I was telling somebody to give me my phone. Bitch, so somebody took your phone. A group of white boys took your phone just like they took Nolan's phone the same exact day on the same exact island. Nigga, who you work for? Katie mom. Let's listen to this shit again. I told y'all. Nolan mom says she don't know dude. Y'all listen to this. For those of you just coming in, I'm finna rewind it so you can hear it too.
Trayston Shepard described himself as Nolan's best friend. He gave an interview saying that he was the one who was yelling in one of the viral videos that people had been questioning, and said that it wasn't Nolan in the video, that it was him, and that Nolan met a girl that day that he really liked, even though he'd never, interacted with this girl before. Her name was Katie. Have you spoken to Trayston since Nolan's passing, and how are you responding to his account of what happened?
So, first of all, we don't know Trayston. Him. So to say, best friend, childhood friend, that's a bit of a stretch. We've never met him. He's never been to our home.
Man, that's a bit of a stretch. To say childhood friend, that's a bit of a fucking stretch, y'all. This what my mom just said. I mean, we've never met him. He's never been out to say. His best friend. That's a bit of a stretch, old mama.
Protect themselves. But Trayston Shepard described himself as Nolan's best friend. He gave an interview saying that he was the one who was yelling in one of the viral videos that people had been questioning, and said that it wasn't Nolan in the video, that it was him, and that Nolan met a girl that day. What happened.
So first of all, we don't know Tristan. We've never met him. So to say, best friend, childhood friend, that's a bit of a stretch. We've never met him. He's never been to our home. Now, if you were to say that about Jalen or Javon, I would say absolutely. You could say that those are childhood friends, those are best friends, because they've been to our home. We know their family. We're close to, their mother.
Don't play with me. Spaces on Earth, I will slap the shit out of you. Don't ever come on my page and tell me to shut up or anybody on my page. Everybody here is chat analysts. Don't nobody tell anybody to shut up here but me, my guy. You tell one more person to shut up, I'm gonna slap you out the chat. Now we listening to Nolan Wells' mom say that she don't know who the fuck this young nigga is. Yes, you listen with them, Spaces on Earth. And stop telling people to shut the fuck up. For I shut you the fuck up, bro. That's how this gonna go.
At him, he's never been to our home. Now, if you were to say that about Jalen or Javon, I would say absolutely.
Y'all like the video?
You could say that those are childhood friends, those are best friends.
See, she said Javon. You could say that those are childhood friends, those are best friends, because them people, little dude on TMZ, Javon, he actually been to them folks' house. They actually know his parents, his mom and dad. Nolan mom and dad know his mom and dad. She said that's friends. But this shit about other dude, we don't even know him. Y'all, she said we don't know him. We've never even met him. He's never even met us. She said we don't.
You saying that he was the one who was yelling in one of the viral videos that people have been questioning, and said that it wasn't Nolan in the video, that it was him, and that Nolan met a day that he really liked, even though he'd never, interacted with this girl before. Her name was Katie. Have you spoken to Trayston since Nolan's passing, and how are you responding to his account of what happened?
So first of all, we don't know Tristan. We've never met him.
Y'all never met Trayston? Trayston said he know y'all. Hold on. Trayston said he know y'all, and he's one of Nolan Wells' lifelong friends. So you mean to tell me, Mama, that y'all don't know Trayston? Trayston been lying to us and saying that he knows the Wells. He knows Nolan. Now he's one of Nolan's lifelong friends.
And said that it wasn't Nolan in the video, that it was him, and that Nolan met a girl that day that he really liked, even though he'd never, interacted with this girl before. Her name was Katie. Have you spoken since Nolan's passing, and how are you responding to his account of what happened?
What she say.
So first of all, we don't know Tristan. We've never met him.
They don't even know Trayston. Look, she was concerned though. The interviewer was concerned. She said, so, with Trayston saying that, have you spoken to Trayston lately? Have you, saw how Trayston been doing? She said, we don't even know Trayston.
So to say, best friend, childhood friend, that's a bit of a stretch. We've never met him. He's never been to our home. Now, if you were to say that about Jalen or Javon, I would say absolutely.
Okay. Now, if you say that about Jalen, white boy Jalen, or Javon, the black boy, TMZ, if you say that about either one of them, then yes, we know them. See, mama didn't know the other two white boys. Yeah. She didn't know the other two white boys. She only knew one. Right? And that's the one that I said need to fucking speak up. Because he was the one, his parents, but see, they in that little white clique in the rich neighborhood. They in that little white clique. And if his parents speak up, they'll be banished from the neighborhood. They'll be shot. Somebody will stop fucking with them. They'll have to move their life somewhere else. Damn, but that's how they feel. All y'all wanted a piece of Jalen Nolan, and y'all won't even let Jalen speak up. Y'all afraid of being pushed out of y'all little rich, dainty ass neighborhood. Oh, better yet, you scared of what the judge could influence, even if she ain't on the case. What she could influence another judge to do when it come to Jalen sentencing. Oh, I get it. You thinking about your child. But your child should have been thinking about their child, because your child was with their child. Them folk was on the water together. Yeah, and what I tell everybody is, it's hard to swim in ocean. See, because when you fight against the water, it pulls you down. It's just like river water. The closer the river gets to the ocean, the faster it moves, right? It moves like this, all different kind of ways. You know what I'm saying? So when you trying to swim in fat ass water, it's gonna pull you down. You fighting against the water, it's gonna pull you down. You just gotta float and let it push you onto some land. Yeah, it might take a while, but as long as you fight against the water while it's moving, it's gonna pull you down. And you can't push no black person in no motherfucking ocean water and they don't want to swim in it. No, you go too far out in the ocean on a boat. You can't. A black person won't jump in it. Show me one that will. You know, Cuba Gooding Jr., he ain't really black. Yeah, I see what he did in the movie. I see what he did in the Navy SEAL movie back in the day. That nigga ain't really black. He jumped into that ocean water like that. Nigga, anything could be out there. Nah, nigga, anything. Nigga, so many. What's up, Callan? Nigga, anything could be out in the water. And nigga, if I'm on a boat, nigga, and we out on the ocean, nigga, I'm not fucking getting in the water. Nigga, it could be a whale up under there, nigga. Now, this the type of shit I be thinking of. I'm like, nigga, it could be sharks, nigga, right up under us. The bottom of a boat look like a seal. Sharks love eating seals. They delicious. Sharks think they fucking delicious. And the bottom of boats look like seals when they swimming, my nigga. The shape of they they body swimming. A boat look like that shit to a shark, nigga. That's why they used to, back in the day, niggas used to be in the wrong parts of the water. That's what movies like Jaws came up off of. Niggas be in the wrong parts of the ocean, thinking that they can just go to any beach and surf. Nigga, some beaches are not open and not beaches for people, nigga, because it's shark territory. And niggas would go in those areas and get some friends and 20, 30 boats will meet up in that area on that island, some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? On a fucking island that sharks would be around. And them motherfuckers would get out there in that water and them sharks would tear them up. Tear them the fuck up. So when I'm on the ocean and you telling me, nigga, let's jump in the water, nigga, I'm like, hell to the fuck no. They're like, why? I'm like, nigga, you know how big a tuna is? And do you know what it look like? Nigga, that shit looks scary and I bet it feels scary on my toes. I'm not jumping in there. Shark, if a shark run into my foot or run into my leg before it bite me, nigga, you know how fucking scared I'm gonna be? Nigga, I have a fucking heart attack. Feeling the body, nigga, you nigga shark is feeling the body of it just brush across my fucking leg in the water. I'm talking about one of them big ass, fat ass gray sharks. Or nigga, feel the head of a hammerhead hit my shit and then this big ass body jet. Bah, bah. I'm like, oh, nigga, what the fuck was that? They like, nigga, nigga, calm down. Nigga, get me out of here, nigga. Nigga, as soon as the nigga pulled me out of there, a shark jump out the water. Nigga like, nigga, don't let me go. Fuck wrong with you? This shit crazy, man. Yeah, you can't put no black person in no motherfucking ocean water and think that this shit just gonna be cool. Probably a crazy black motherfucker, but hell no. No, not out in the ocean water, my nigga. We don't go that far out. You're unless a nigga on a cruise ship, nigga. If I'm on a cruise ship, nigga, I'm sitting up so high off the water. Like the cruise ship's tall, nigga, so I'm sitting so high up off the water. Motherfuckers try and keep me from getting seasick. You know what I'm saying? Bruh, I'm talking about you wouldn't want to swim like the ocean water ain't really pretty. Like that shit look blue on TV. Blue with a little of them yellow and red sun rays that shine on that green shit. But the water is really like a greenish looking color. You know what I'm saying? It's a big ass pool of algae. When you go out on the water, it turns black. It's so full of dead fish and flesh and nigga, fish ain't nothing but muscle and flesh. Nigga, I'm talking about, and then it's so fucking cold and wet. Bro, this shit is, oh, God. It looks beautiful on camera, but that shit is not beautiful in person. That's why they put the ship up so high, the cruise ships up so high. They build them so tall off the water, so you're not really seeing what the water looks like. Because if it's down low on a boat, you'd be like, man, this shit look dirty as fuck. Yeah, rich people know what it looks like. Most of them just got boats for the kids, so the kids can have something to do. Most of them don't put no motherfucking boat. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers in New York do that shit on the Hudson. You know what I'm saying? They'll put a yacht on the Hudson. Or, yeah, on the Hudson. I ain't even ever seen none really out in Miami. You know what I'm saying? I see more of motherfuckers on jet skis and shit. You know what I'm saying? Um, and motherfuckers on cruise ships. You know, it might be on down the beach, but I never saw it.
You could say that those are childhood friends, those are best friends because they've been to our home. We know their family, we're close to,
Right.
their mother. But this young man, I made high school, they started hanging out or, kind
She
of been
didn't
around
know
each
him.
other. But again, we don't know him. And not to
Y'all like
discount
the
anything
video,
he has
subscribe to
said,
the channel.
which of course, still trying to rule those things out. But I mean, he has communicated. He did offer his
Yeah, where the
condolences, which we
aliens at for
appreciate.
sure.
And he did let me know about that tidbit, which of
Yes,
course,
sir.
like I've been telling everyone, if you have any information, forward that over to the local authorities. Make sure also forward that over to our legal team as well, just to make sure that we're looking at everything.
And this girl, Katie, who has been cited. Oh, yes, Mr.
Natasha,
Crump, go ahead.
let me say this to the young man. You know, not only does his parents, but some of his friends, they reject this notion about, he said, oh, he would just volunteer to stay. I said, Nolan would never do that. So his friends are saying he doesn't really know Nolan if he's saying that Nolan volunteered to stay there. And we've had so many people now calling our call center saying where there was this argument and then 10 minutes later there was another. Those people have called said no, Nolan was in an argument. And so now we have to investigate to try.
So they said, yeah, tonight. Ben Crumpton just said it. Yeah, they got plenty of witnesses calling in saying, yes, it was two arguments. But Nolan was in an argument. So they got to cipher that out. And this is what Ben Crump is saying. So they better stop playing. Yeah, y'all can't block this shit and y'all can't hide that Nolan was in a motherfucking argument and he wanted his fucking phone back. You can't hide this shit. Ben Crump, his mom just said she don't even know the dude that's saying that he was in an argument and he's one of Nolan's childhood friends. Nigga, she said that's a reach. She said that's a reach because she don't know dude. She said, now, if you say Jalen or the other one, you know what I'm saying, that was on TMZ, she said, yeah, we know them. We know they parents. They been over our house. You know what I'm saying? She said, but we don't know whoever the fuck dude is. For all we know, he could have been hired by the black family, by the white family. Yeah, because he took a picture with Nolan. But it didn't look like they was friends in the picture, if you ask me. The dude that we thought was Latino, they trying to say he was black. No. He didn't look like friends of Nolan in that picture. It looked like he just took a picture with Nolan. Like, hey, bro, can I take a picture with you right quick? That's what the nigga did. And Nolan was like, come on, man. Star football player. I'm going to the D League at the age of 18. Yeah, everybody want a picture with me. Because they know I'll probably be in the NFL at the age of 19. Shit, he had 3 uncles. His dad just said it. He had 3 brothers that was in the NFL. Come on, man. He was bound to go. His dad said that he was the smallest out of all the siblings. That's why he was shorter than his son. His son grew up to be a little bit taller than him, like the sizes of his brothers, his son's uncles. Nolan was the size of his uncles, his dad, big brothers. That shit crazy, man.
To figure out everything that happened, but we absolutely do not accept that he
Y'all like the video?
volunteered to stay behind and he
Subscribe to
volunteered
the
not to have
channel.
his cell phone with him.
Yes, it's definitely unusual
We
for
owned it,
any
y'all.
teenager to
We
part
owned it.
with their cell phone. This young woman, Katie, who's been cited in these various recollections of what happened that day. Do you know?
Katie ass. I told y'all about Katie ass. Come on now. She is guilty as the white boys. Katie don't know what happened because when the neighborhood started talking, guess what? Them folks said, Katie, that's such and such daughter. Y'all been to their parties? Then the mama, whoever Katie mom is, whoever Katie is a daughter to, she chimed in on the Facebook post. Yeah, girl, you know. I said, oh, she queen pinning in the rich folk neighborhood. She the one who throw the best parties. She got the best designers there. She got all different kind of dishes and shit. Like that shit most likely like what was it called? God damn, y'all. What was the junk called on Apple TV with Kerry Washington? The junk that just came out was talking about Robert Hennessy them. The nigga Robert Hennessy, you know, made the liquor Hennessy, right? Damn. Imperfect women. Yeah. Like that junk. You heard me. Katie's mom is like the white woman that played Robert Hennessy's wife when she do the parties. Had be so elegant and beautiful. She got 3-4 bars with 3-4 bartenders, whether they male or female, with the white shirts, the black bow ties, the black aprons and shit, serving the best drinks, you know what I'm saying? Got the nice ass pool and shit. This is what this is what rich people do anyway. I got some rich family. Like this what they neighborhoods do. Like, yeah, somebody throw a party in the neighborhood for the whole neighborhood, and you got a couple of people that do it, but it's always one person that does the best parties, and nobody beat them. You know what I'm saying? Like they cut up. Nobody beat them, no matter what theme they do. Motherfuckers be waiting for that junk. And everybody get to their foundation. Parker family, we parties, and we want to give 12,000 to your foundation. They share their money with each other in the neighborhood. That's how they do it. They give it to each other's foundations because the foundations are non-profits. So they mean that I can share some of this illegal money with you that I got by putting it into your foundation, and then you can spend it and it won't be taxed. But this is a way we can wash the illegal money we get. That's how the rich people do it. You saw how many motherfuckers trumped them our Secretary of Defense, John F. Kennedy Jr., teamed up with the top of the FBI, the U.S. Marshal Homeland Security, and these folks just found so much fraud through Medicaid, goddamn it, that these owners of these hospitals was doing $90 million deals, $100 million deals. One doctor did like three billion something dollars. Each one of his patients that he had, he wrote them up for over $1 million in surgeries and medications that they never even received. So each one of his patients over 600 something was all million to $10 million in debt of surgeries and medications that they never received. And the nigga moved, the nigga got the billions and then left and moved over there to Turkey. Because Turkey is one of our allies, our government and U.S. military was able to join forces with the Turkey military and hit the nigga compound over there and bring him back. And they said the nigga gotta pay every last dime back. And he going to jail for a long time. Them folks said anybody that's committing fraud over Medicaid, Social Security, any of that shit, them folks' ass is going to jail. They locking them folks' ass up. So you know we ain't playing. You know we ain't playing, man. For real. Nah, my nigga. But you might be gay. Don't talk shit about nobody up in this chat. I don't even play by my chat. Everybody free to say what the fuck they gotta say, but don't talk about nobody. Don't ask nobody if they gay in this motherfucker, my nigga. We don't do that, my nigga. That's offensive. You wanna be offensive? You wanna be offensive? You get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Hey, Trump, he gonna follow through for sure. Is yours gay? Shut the fuck up, dude. Get the fuck out of my chat. Fuck wrong with these niggas, man. These niggas pride bashers and shit. These niggas gay. They gotta be gay themselves. Fuck wrong with them. But I don't talk about nobody in my chat. I'm gonna get on your ass. Or nobody family. You fucking weirdo. 2S7.
If she's been identified, has anyone spoken to her?
She has been identified. I do
What's
not
up,
know
Blunt
if
Force
anyone
Trouble?
has spoken to her. Again, we just not heard much, right, from our local authorities, which kind of we're glad that we have kind of taken this course, however it may end.
Oh,
We're glad we did because of this right now.
I love the trolls, your mama breath, bitch. How about that, Stone Cold City? Get the fuck out of my chat, you stupid ass.
Not being able to have that communication. I just would think with situations like this, they would be more forthcoming, like, hey, let us keep you up to date. We understand the seriousness of the situation and what you guys are going through. So yeah, but we don't know. We've never met Katie. I've never seen her in my life. She did reach out to me initially.
So the mama never met Katie. They never seen Katie ever in their life. So that's how y'all know. I told y'all, the wifo wanted a piece of Nolan. Katie mom sent her after Nolan. Cause I ain't heard shit about Katie dad. Have y'all? Have y'all heard shit about Katie dad? That might mean Katie mom is on her last. And she needs somebody that's gonna give her daughter what she never had. A motherfucking life right now. Because daddy money from the divorce is only gonna last so long with all these parties going on. Yeah, them parties cost. Yeah, you spending way more than they giving to the foundation. If you got a foundation, because it's usually the husbands that be smart enough to have those type of businesses. Not speaking down on the women, but I'm saying as far as the rich white men, they be having all different kind of businesses and non-profits built to just swindle money and move money into so they can spend on an everyday life type of basis. You know what I'm saying? She don't know. She be swiping the card at the motherfucking Prada and Gucci store. God damn it, buying jewelry and bracelets and shit. Never the purses. The rich white women, they barely buy the purses. They be buying the Gucci jewelry and Louis Vuitton bracelets and pendants and pearls and shit like that. You hear me? And she swiping the card. She like, this a black card. But it's the business junk for the foundation, the non-profit. Y'all just made 200,000 at the Christmas junk. That's what you swiping. Yeah, he'll move money in and out that bitch. That's how they been doing this shit for a long time. Some folk ask me how I know or how do I have these capabilities of analyzing shit? I'm like, look, my grandma raised me. I grew up watching soap operas, As the World Turns, Guiding Light, Bold and the Beautiful, Young and the Restless. I grew up wanting to be like Vic Newman, a white guy. Wanting to be like Victor Newman. As I got older, grandma had me watching shit like for funny, we watch shit like Sanford and Son. But mostly my grandma like watching shit like Law and Order, CSI Miami. I'm watching this shit as a kid and I'm starting to love it because it gives me that mindset. Now I'm able to, anything I do, I'm able to analyze it and break it down. I can hear this, hear that. I can put it all together and analyze this shit for myself. And that's what we gotta do. We gotta put this shit together and say, hold on now. Do this make sense right here? What he done said, after what he done said, and the mom, Nolan Wells' mom that came on and said to us, we don't know him. For him to say that he's our son's best friend, childhood friend, that's taking a reach. So what he's saying can be true. If half of it not true, then that means the whole thing not true. So then we gotta ask ourselves, what could have made him say that? If we can't think of what could have made him say that, then we gotta ask ourselves, well, who could have made him say that? Do we got anybody who could influence this young dude in this community to say that? Well, hold on. One of the white boys' mom is a judge. One of the white girls an influencer, and she influences damn near the whole neighborhood because we saw how they all spoke up for Katie when Nolan's the one who's dead, telling people, don't question Katie. That's such and such daughter. Y'all know how they parties. We've all been to their parties. The fuck they parties got to do with anything? Are we talking about fucking parties that Katie's mom throw? Or are we fucking talking about a young black 18-year-old boy that ended fucking dead, came up dead the next day, while when he ended up missing, his friend said, we leave at 3. He said no, he was gonna chill with Katie. Katie said no, we didn't chill round 3. We chilled a little bit before 3. We chilled for a while. We had a good time. He said he was going back to the boat. And I said, he said he was going back to the boat because Katie tried to put it on him. He's a virgin, Katie. He ain't had it yet, so that shit made him nervous. So he like, hey, I'm finna go back to the boat. But this nigga at the boat, he already mad. Why would he be mad at Nolan? Do he have any reason? Maybe because Katie is the hottest girl in the high school and he wanted Katie because he's the richest kid in the high school. It's his dad's boat that him, Nolan, and his other white friends are on. So he run this show. And I can imagine when Nolan showed back up to the boat, because he had his phone and keys and shit when he was with Katie. When he showed back up to the boat, he'd go this nigga, oh, so you fucked Katie. I believe that's what happened. The white boy hit him with the, oh, so you fucked Katie. And let's guess, you didn't know that I liked her? You didn't hear me talking about her all earlier today? Man, Nolan wasn't paying no attention to when you was talking about it, if you was talking about it in front of him. But when he met her ass, nigga, he didn't think about nothing you was saying. He said, God damn, Katie. And Katie tried to mesmerize him, tried to move him too fast because she was trying to lock him in there. Go and get pregnant by him. That way, when he go into the D-League, the next year he get drafted into the NFL, she's an NFL trophy wife. Huh? This shit right here is some real American greed shit. Now, like the TV series American Greed, where people kill for the greed. Yeah, if I can't have her, Nolan, nobody can have her. And that's that. I bet he spazzed out on Nolan. Bro, calm down. They let him get on the boat and everything. Now he doing this while they on the boat. When he get mad like that, he go to the stern wheel and he crank that hoe. They hit out there on the water. Vroom. He like, bro, slow down. No, we gonna fucking deal with this now. You're gonna tell me the truth, Nolan. Nolan like, what you talking about, bro? We did not do anything. Why were you fucking gone so long? And why would she post this? She had a good fucking time with Nolan Wells. Why would she post it? He like, bro, calm down. They get out there on the water. He like, no, we're gonna fucking jack about it. He like, I'm not gonna. His phone and keys was probably still sitting down on the couch. I'm just assuming. The nigga grabbed the keys. He like, nigga, give my shit back. I'm not gonna give you your shit back. Boom, he pushed him. Nolan down there fall. He pushed him back. You heard me? The nigga might have pushed Nolan and Nolan hit his head or some shit like that. They need that boat. We need to investigate the boat. I ain't heard shit about nobody investigating the boat. It could be blood stains in the boat to show that he hit his head or something. And if he hit his head and they didn't come back to the boat, that mean they threw him overboard. But it's okay. We gonna find out from the autopsy if he got any kind of gas or anything up under his hair on his head, man. We know what happened then. You hear me? We know what happened then. Ain't these folk, look, that boy was jealous that Nolan got Katie. Katie. The nigga was jealous and he was like, nah, nigga, if I can't have Katie, you won't have her. Nolan like, damn, I ain't even get the pussy in this bitch. Got me into it with this nigga. You're he down there wasn't gonna get it at all now. Wasn't gonna fuck with her at all now. You hear me? And this nigga didn't believe him. And I believe he probably killed Nolan out of rage. Because Nolan was getting more attention than him. He wasn't the center of attention. He wanted to use Nolan so he could be the center of attention. And everybody would say, such and such has Nolan Wells as his best friend. But Nolan Wells didn't want to be his best friend. And Nolan Wells hated how every time they was in a picture together, he got to always stand right there beside Nolan and put his arm around him and shit. Like they cool when he barely even fuck with Nolan. He barely even like Nolan. He really just like that the nigga is talented and the nigga can help be a chick magnet. Because all the chicks, yeah, they paying attention to Nolan, but they paying attention to his friends too. So they like, nigga, if we can get in with Jalen and be Jalen's friend and tell him to invite Nolan around us, and we just kind of buddy him in, man. Like, we can take my dad boat sometimes. My dad will let us get the boat. We can bait him in like that and make him our friend. Then, when he get ready to go to the NFL, I can hook him up with my dad, and my dad can get him an agent. Yeah, your dad want a percentage. Your dad want a percentage, white boy. Your dad want a percentage of this boy's, goddammit, career. If he get him an agent. What he look like? And if y'all said anything about that type shit to my nigga Nolan, I'm sure you got mad because he turned you down because he gonna let his mom and dad do that type shit for him. Fuck y'all mean. Put y'all dad on. What, nigga? What Nolan look like? A small fry? Man, that man was way bigger than you niggas think. That boy was big. I got an interview from Nolan, his last interview, talking about his season and how good he did, how he was going to the D-League, what he was going to do, how he was mentoring kids that was younger than him, like Lil Bro on TMZ. He mentored them young niggas, man. Told them not to make the same mistakes he made when he was their age. How to go and get physical with their sport that they love right now at the ages that they are. Man, the man was powerful. Listen what else his mom and dad was saying, though.
Saying basically like it was a hey and bye type situation. And I was like, that's not what I'm getting from other people. Say, before, a lot of inconsistencies, and we just want transparency and a very thorough investigation, just like they would do for anyone else.
He was
Mr.
cold.
Crump, can you speak to what is the sort of game plan for the next few months to even?
Yeah, son. I could figure that they would probably clean the boat, but if it was blood spill on that boat, that's something you can't clean. It don't matter if you do use bleach. They can put that motherfucker in a garage, turn off the light, and use that blue light that pick up blood stain. No matter how good you to clean that shit up, it will pick up blood stain and blood splatter anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they need to do with that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But their sheriff department probably ain't even got the light. They probably got to order the light. And they don't want to spend no money on a black kid's case as far as investigating it, having to put money into it to investigate it. They don't want to put more money into that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Not for a black kid. They don't want to do it.
6 months. What is the ideal situation for how this plays out?
Certainly. Natasha, I did want to just briefly remark on your last question. We have an
Pittsburgh, people don't need to know that. My Pittsburgh midget, people don't need to know that, man.
investigation team that are talking to dozens of witnesses now. So we are trying to dot every I and cross every T. And as we get those reports, we want to report what people are saying in these interviews. So that's important. And I believe Kate is one who they are planning to talk to if they haven't already talked to her today. With that said, we are on a ferocious search for the truth. We plan on having, the independent autopsy preliminary findings to present, because we know when you deal with the state and the government, they can take for months before they release an autopsy. We've seen it in the past on other cases. We interviewed with you on Natasha where they took 6 months. They took a year just to release the autopsy. We plan on trying to make sure we can retrieve these deleted messages. That's going to be really important. We know that others deleted their messages. If law enforcement...
Ooh, you hear that? Trump said, Ben Crump said, I said Trump said. Trump must be talking about me, man. I said Trump said. Look, Ben Crump said that they are trying to reproduce all deleted messages. They trying to get all the deleted any messages that anybody deleted that had to do anything with this. They trying to retrieve them all, right? So that's getting warrants for these cell phone companies that they belong to with a judge. The judge have to write the warrant out for them to be able to get the cell phone company to release this type of shit, or get the social media app to release this type of shit. But Snapchat, Facebook, all of them work with the feds, so you best believe they're gonna work with Ben Crump for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Wanted to convince us they were doing a thorough job. They would say, no, those messages you all do activating your social media and whatever texts and snaps that happened on that July 4th weekend, those can be very relevant to why Nolan Wells ended up dead. So why aren't you all retrieving those text messages and those snaps? Because again, as Byron and Allen talked about with so much conviction, that would have been the level of scrutiny and zealousness had the roles been reversed. And so that's what we keep fighting on. But I do believe this, Natasha. Young people are talking. There were a lot of young people out there. Nobody believes that Nolan either fell off a boat or jumped in the water without people seeing it. That would make no sense. And if that is the case, then why didn't people try to help him? Or people didn't try to do anything? It's not adding up. It is not adding up.
One of the things that...
This interview just took place 5 hours ago. The latest interview that Nolan's mom, dad, and Ben Crump has taken took the interview about 9 p.m. last night. We getting into this interview. We're breaking it down. We dissecting it. We finding out new shit. We finding out the young black boy, a Latino boy, whatever the fuck he is, he ain't even really Nolan's friend. Nolan mom just proved that in this interview. She said she don't know him. Hasn't seen him. He's never been to our house. Now the other boys, Jalen and the black boy on TMZ, she said they've been to our house. We know their parents. She called their parents now. She said, but the other one, we don't even know why he would say that, why he would mention that Nolan is his friend. Nolan ain't his motherfucking friend.
Has really just confounded so many people is, again, this question of a cell phone being separated from a young person and other people possessing that cell phone but not knowing where the young person is.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have any more insight into who passed? What's the explanation for how the cell phone ended up in someone else's hands? Elmore or Christine, do you know?
So it's unclear, like I said, and Elmore has said, I just cannot fathom Nolan leaving even his best friends are like, no, if Nolan was gonna stay anywhere, if theoretically, because we know that's not Nolan's character. But theoretically speaking, if he were to, then what he would say is, hey man, give me my phone, let me grab my phone, or something he would take his phone.
Right.
So to sit there and say that, oh, he just left his phone, that's hard for me to believe. I don't see any teenager without their phone.
And he did.
I mean, I have to keep my phone on me, at all times. So but as far as like the retrieval, when the boys called, I was
if he died
tracking.
away
I was like,
from y'all, he would have died
he's
with
on
his
land.
phone
Like, what do
on.
you mean? And they're like, no, his phone is not with him. And so
He died around
my friend
y'all. That's how
Tashima,
y'all got his phone.
she went to go pick the phone up because we were trying to figure out who do we call to file this report with.
Y'all like
As
the
I'm
video,
being told
subscribe
by
to the
his
channel.
friends, like, oh, don't worry, like, we're gonna find him. It's gonna be okay. Absolutely not. Don't ever tell a parent that. Don't ever tell a parent, like, you call me and tell me my child is missing. And then it's, oh, well, it's going to be okay.
Nobody,
like, we're going
Tammy.
to find him.
Don't nobody
And
move
this is how we
without
found
their
our
phone
child.
in 2026.
So,
It's
And it's the thing. Nolan loved doing Snapchat and TikTok dances and shit. He was TikTok and Snapchat savvy. He knew all the dances. The bitches loved him for that. You know what I'm saying? It was really nothing but snow bunnies, but they loved him for it. The white boys was always jealous of that man. Can't win without him. So they gotta get with him. Right? Cause them chicks, them white girls, they see a star athlete. They like, this next black guy that's up in football. Nigga, we hopping on the bandwagon. Fuck y'all white boys. That's what them white girls was saying. And them white boys hated that shit. Nolan was probably too kind to see it. You know what I'm saying? To trust his gut when it's telling him, hey, look, fuck it, man. Don't give right? He got back on that boat and that nigga killed him. That white boy killed his ass. And I hate it. Cause right now, they doing good. Now, they doing good holding it in. I seen the story though. I can't remember what it's called. It was with two white brothers. Some of y'all probably know what I'm talking about. They killed their parents, right? These two white boys, they killed their parents. I think they planned it all out, and then they said they came back. They left the house and um, like worked themselves up and shit. Um, After they killed their parents, they went to buy some movie tickets. They couldn't get the movie tickets. I think they still got some though. To make a timeline of when they was at the movies and shit like that. They would to show that they wasn't at the house when their parents died. And then they do the thing where they make it back to the house. Oh, and they running outside and they making noise so the neighbors can hear it. And they, oh, my parents, no, and all of this shit. And they say it's like a cartel hit, right? But really, these white boys had killed their parents, right? And covered it up, right? So these white boys then killed Nolan, right? And covered it up. Watch this though. But for so long, they can only go for so long. Somebody gonna break the weakest link. So the brother that was the biggest, he was the weakest link. He was more like the baby. You know what I'm saying? The brother that was the strongest, he was the one that always got picked on. You know what I'm saying? Um, he had a toupee when he was little. One day his mama took his hair off at the table or some shit like that, the toupee off at the table, and the brother never knew that it was a toupee. The little brother never knew it was a toupee on this big brother head. That shit embarrassed him for life. He planned to want to kill his mom and his dad after that. And then, now the dad said he took him out of the will. But I think the dad was saying that he was just going to tell him that to straighten up. But the nigga thought the dad really took him out of the wheel or was gonna take him out of the wheel, so they wanted to kill him before he got a chance to take him out of the wheel. Because he like, shit, they don't care about us anyway, right? So um, they kill their parents and they get away with it. But it's killing the younger brother. So the younger brother is dying and he want to tell somebody so bad. Both of them is going to a therapist. Man, he fuck around and he tell the therapist. The therapist break him, but he don't know that he done broke him, right? And he's asking him, about his mom and dad and shit. The man fuck around and tell him, yeah, we did it, man. We did it. Me and my brother, we did it. Man, this man like, what? So he go home. He tell his wife, I need you there as a witness. I'm gonna call them in and get them to confess over recording. So we can get it to the police and shit. Boy, get them to confess. And that's all we need from the friend, the so-called friend that proves to be the weakest link. We need their ass to break and want to just run and tell what happened. Because if you don't, and we figure it out, listen, man, y'all going to jail for life. Nah. It ain't gonna be no kind of likeness on you. And trust me, his parents gonna make sure that they at your trial, whoever you are. Yeah, they gonna make sure they at your trial. So you get ready, because when the parents at your trial, you don't get a life sentence. I'm just gonna let you.
A lot. As a parent, I again grieve with you and can only imagine how painful this has been. Elmore, I want to ask you for just the larger picture here. How did you all come? Are you a generational family that has lived there for a while? Did you move there? And what's your feelings about a lot of discussion, frankly, in the country about this being a sort of bringing up old pain, mysterious cases of a young Black boy going missing. What are your thoughts?
Well, my family is originally from Mississippi. My uncles were, I guess you could say, the famous ones, the family out of Moss Point. They were like the three brothers that play in the NFL. So my family.
That's the dad. His uncles were the three in the family that played in the NFL. They from out of Mozzie. Yeah. Yeah, so see, the dad had three uncles that played in the NFL already. So that's how we know Nolan, this shit was in his blood. I mean, he didn't just he didn't just get there overnight with this football shit. It's in his blood. Somebody else of his uncle's families, the next generation or the generation after that, somebody was gonna come into the football bloodline and be a giant in the family. You see how tall Nolan is over his mom and dad. That young nigga tall in a motherfucker. That young nigga is wide receiver height. Like tall enough to jump his ass up there in the sky and get the ball when it's thrown to him. You know what I'm saying? Like this young nigga dad uncles was in the NFL. He had three uncles. That my dad just said I had three uncles in the NFL. You know what I'm saying?
Are you a generational family that has lived there for a while? Did you move there? And what's your feelings about a lot of the discussion, frankly, in the country about this being a sort of bringing up old pain, mysterious cases of a young Black boy going missing? What are your thoughts?
Well, my family is originally from Mississippi. My uncles were, I guess you could say, the famous ones, the family out of Moss Point. They were like the three brothers that play in the NFL. So my.
Come on now. His uncles were the famous ones of the family. Cause they from out of Mozzie Point. They from Mississippi. They were the three uncles that played in the NFL. Yeah. So that's where his family bread come from. Huh? That's why, you know what I'm saying, the dad is a successful man. His family been had success. Been taught him how if you get you some money, this what you do to it. This what you do with it. This what you invest in. Come on now. This shit is beautiful, man. Now we learning a little bit more about Nolan's family background, Nolan's family history. This is an interview his parents just took about 5 or 6 hours ago, around 9 or 10 p.m. last night. And Ben Crump, they just took an interview with the Griot channel. Yeah, this is the latest interview. We got
family is originally from here. As far as the Mississippi, teaching education has changed. When I was in school, we really got into the history of Mississippi, and that's what me and Christine, we were trying to teach our children because we feel like that they don't teach it well enough anymore. It's watered down. It's
like a couple of pages, if that, and you're done. Because even when I was in school, it was very short. Like when you discuss Black history, next to nothing.
And so that's why we constantly talk to our boys about things, about situations. I would give them scenarios about things that happened to me, and just tell them, and just trying to prepare them. And I know that I was not going to be able to be there for them every day, but and every minute. But if that situation was able to come toward their way, they would have some kind of idea of how to deal with it instead of just being blindsided by it. As far as that day goes, it hurts me because I wish I could have been there, but like I like I told in previous interviews, it was his last time to really have fun before he had to report back for camp. So
Man, you can hear it in his dad's voice. His dad is trying to stop himself from breaking down. Thank you, Brenda Martin. Brenda said, I'm so sad for this family. This young man is gone too soon. And I am white. I just want justice for Nolan. Thank you. Thank you, Brenda Martin. That's what we want. We want justice for Nolan. Makes sense. Yeah, you're right. You're right, bro. Facts. For sure, son. Yep, that's for sure. Yeah, man. I mean, this shit is bad. Like, when you listening to his dad, it's like he's trying not to cry. You can hear it in his voice. His voice has a tremble to it. Like, man, when I tried to preach that to them, and it's like he finna get ready to just break out, like bust out in tears, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna hurt him so bad. The funeral is gonna hurt him bad. It's gonna hurt him bad. You know, they doing the autopsy right now, but oh man. I don't want him to see that. I don't want him to have to see that, but he gotta put his son to rest. He got to put his son to rest. It's like, who can be prepared? Who can be prepared to put their child in the ground? So much promise to the young black brother Nolan Wells. Such a big career ahead of him. You know? The D-League, college, football, NFL. So much. He had so much in store for him. So much he could have done. You know, so much he won't be able to do. Get a chance. Like, it's crazy, man.
We have fun.
We wanted him to have a good time, just blow off that last steam so he could recenter himself and have he was gearing up for a great season.
Yes.
They had been working, every day he had been working, just practicing some stuff and then also hitting the gym. So he was having multiple workouts today.
Yeah.
And then for this to happen, it's just, it's so devastating.
It's just another reason why when you come tell me that my son, he had so much in place, so much stuff he was getting ready to do, you can't sit there and say that to me. I want to just take that for face value.
Exactly.
You're talking to the wrong parent. You can't.
And again, I don't think, and I've said this in every interview, I would hope anyone if their loved one, if this type of tragedy, or if they, whatever, I would hope they would fight. I would hope they would fight like hell to find out what happened. And if something did happen, who did it? Um, for justice purposes. Like, I don't get why a lot of people are so upset with us asking the questions, because God forbid, if you were in the situation, I would hope that you would too. Like, that would be my response to anyone who is out there questioning us. This is not about money, because I'll tell you right now, y'all can take the money, the gifts, everything that people have been so kind and given to us. You can take that all if you give us our baby back. Like, I don't care. Our goal, again, is we just want a thorough, honest, transparent investigation. And I don't think that is asking for much.
Christine, Christine, did you also grow up in Mississippi or in the South? It sounds like you did. Could you talk about
I did. I actually moved here when I was younger.
Hey, y'all. The interviewer just threw shots. She just threw shots at Nolan Wells' mom. She said, "Did you grow up in Mississippi too?" Because it kind of sounded like you did. What the fuck you mean it kind of sound like she did? Hold on, the Griot. What the fuck you mean it kind of sound like Nolan Wells' mom grew up in Mississippi? Are you talking about her? Don't let us find out you talking about her. We will come see you, the Griot. That motherfucker just said, "Did you grow up in Mississippi too?" Because it sounded like you did. Man, let's rewind it. Did y'all hear this shit? What the fuck?
Situation, I would hope that you would too. Like, that would be my response to anyone who is out there questioning us. This is not about money, because I'll tell you right now, y'all can take the money, the gifts, everything that people have been so kind and given to us. You can take that all if you give us our baby back. Like, I don't care. Our goal, again, is a thorough, honest, transparent investigation, and I don't think that is asking for
Listen
much.
to the interviewer.
Christine, Christine, did you also grow up in Mississippi or in the South? It sounds like you did. Could you talk about
I did. I actually.
They be saying this because it sounds like you did. What? Oh, you trying to check a motherfucker, huh? Because she grew up down south. Did you grow up in Mississippi too? Because it sounds like you did. Damn, she just roasted that my mom. Y'all come in and like the video, man. Subscribe to the channel. Fuck with your boy, man. Tied this bitch. We going up little by little. Let's do it. Let's do it. Man, you right, Skyler. Yeah. They giving them hell. And they do. It don't matter what kind of white folks they is. They stick together no matter what. They stick together no matter what. Yep, this just how it go, man. They strong like that. Yeah, they for sure that. Yeah, Connor Murphy gone too. Yeah, I saw his story earlier. Yeah, the white boy admitted that he threw his clothes in the line, in the tree lining, and the juvenile admitted that the white boy, the 19-year-old white boy, told him to throw Connor Murphy's phone out the window. So they just hit him with one tampering of evidence charge. Yeah, that it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. I mean, if it did, it'll take a miracle. Y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel.
I moved here when I was younger. So I'm half Filipino, which is another whole discourse that's going on.
Oh.
Yes, I'm half Filipino.
She's half Filipino. Why they trying to say that my mama half Chinese and shit? Half Vietnamese. What the fuck wrong with them folk, y'all? That my mama ain't no motherfucking half Chinese or Vietnamese. That my mama is half Philippine. These niggas crazy on the internet. They'll say anything without knowing. They'll say anything without knowing. Nigga, most of the people overseas, them folks look similar and alike, nigga, but they ain't the same, nigga. Different areas, different tribes, different all that type shit. What's wrong with these niggas? Some of their asses live in the rainforest. These folks are crazy. Y'all like the video, subscribe.
No, but again, when you look at someone, you are viewing phenotypes. And if you don't know what that means, people, that is the characteristics, like physical characteristics of a person. And so when you look at me, I'm a Black woman. If you ask me, I'm a Black woman. I am. But yes, I've been here since I was young. Knowing the history, my grandmother, my family actually on my dad's side is from here. She had a white father.
Yeah, so she officially a Black woman. She got Philippine in her though. Yeah, Nolan's mom is Black. That's why their child is fully Black.
Her mother was mixed. So getting these teachings, and she grew up around that time of segregation. So getting these teachings, she would always tell us like, you know, hey, this, and this. And so that just really stuck with me because I knew when I got to a point where I was blessed with children, I would need to tell them about these things. They would need to be educated as well.
Absolutely. About that, because it seems that Nolan, you as parents provided the American dream for Nolan. I just want you to know that when we see the pictures and the videos of him, I mean, just the joy. He was living his best life. And that's only possible because of parents like you. So I just want you to know that.
Thank you.
Of course. Mr. Crump, I also want to take a moment to just have you directly explain to the public, which people have various levels of understanding as we've seen. What is the role of a lawyer like you in this case? Mm-hmm. What do you do in this case? Because, you know, you're famous. You've been part of some of the most historic and impactful civil rights cases and cases for justice in modern history in our time since, you know, I'm thinking back to Trayvon Martin. Talk to us about what you do as an attorney.
You know, it's amazing the times we live in, Natasha, because, you know, 20 years ago, Black people would have no chance at justice. The local authorities would not charge anybody. Nothing would happen. And
yep, we'll die. And nothing will happen about it. Yeah, she Black in the spirit for sure.
Nobody got to bring civil actions for Black life in America. And it was this phenomenon that we have kind of created. I call it the legacy of Trayvon Martin, where we started talking about the value of Black life.
Rest in peace, Trayvon Martin.
Where we started talking about the lived experiences of Black mothers and Black fathers when their children are taken from them in just unbelievable ways. And so our role is to come in first as a civil rights, civil trial lawyer. The Constitution says that under the Seventh Amendment, if you feel that you have been wronged, if you have been grieved, then you have a right to not try to fight the battles out in the streets, but to come in the court of law and say, based on the Seventh Amendment, I have a right to civil justice. What is civil justice? Any kind of justice that will not go up to the point where you can imprison somebody, arrest somebody, take their liberty. Only the government can do that. And for far too often in America, the government has failed us in equal justice under the law.
Right.
But now, because after Trayvon, after Michael Brown, after Breonna Taylor, after George Floyd, Alton Sterling, Tamir Rice, Sandra Bland, Sonia Massey, Tyree Nichols. I mean, those cases, we affirm that Black Lives Matter just like white lives matter. Black tears are just as painful as white tears, and black pain hurts just as much as white pain. And so what we try to do is do everything that a private lawyer can do under the Constitution to get some measure of justice for good people like Christine and Elmore, some measure of accountability, some level of truth that has often evaded us in the past. And this phenomenon, understand it now, has only been around for like the last 20 years. You know, Natasha Goen, the young girl who the Asian woman shot in the head in the grocery store, and they gave her probation. There was no civil. You know, when you think about Emmett Till, I mean, lynched in Mississippi, there was no civil action for them. They didn't give black people any kind of justice or compensation for their lives. So what we're trying to do is fight to say that Black lives matter. They don't just matter, but they are valuable too. That Nolan Wells was valuable to American society, not just to his family and to his community, but was of value to America. And I keep saying Byron Allen because we talk a lot, and I know he.
And what he's saying is that they not only here to just prove that this black person meant something to somebody by finding a hole in the case, but they are also here to prove that this young black man who died was of value. And if we can find a hole in your investigation, and we can find answers that you couldn't, we're going to defund your ass, and you're going to pay this family as many millions as you can for taking their son, for allowing their son's life to be taken away, and the killers to roam free. Y'all got me fucked up. This shit crazy, man. These folks ass, man. They'll take a nigga life like that and then expect to go free. Expect to go free. They take a nigga life like that and expect to go free. Nigga can't take a white boy life for nothing and go free. These niggas be sitting at the house, nigga, on murder cases. Nigga, the police take their time and drop the motherfuckers on them. These niggas got 12 murder cases pending. They sitting at the fucking house. Let a nigga have 12 murder cases pending. He gonna have his ass in jail pending. Fuck. He gonna have his ass in jail pending. Y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, man.
tries to use the grill to give us a voice. He tells me all the time, Attorney Crump, you should be asking for $1 billion because that's what they would ask for if it was their children. And he drills that into me. But Byron is right. There is no amount of value that you could give Christina Elmo or Natasha or Ben Crump for our children's lives. And that's how we have to look at it. So that's what we try to do. We understand we can't put nobody in jail. Only the prosecutor, only the elected government officials can do that. But I'd be damned if we're not going to fight to say that our people can get some measure of justice.
Yes. I have to ask Elmore and Christine, excuse me, if you could just take a moment to address the parents of children who may know what happened to Nolan. If you could talk to them directly, what would you say?
I would say that self in our position. I mean, really, put yourself in our position. Tell me how you would react. You would want to, when I tell you, just me alone, like we have been going through so many Facebook messages trying to collect information. Just talk to your kid. If your child has seen something, if they took a picture and he's in it, send it in its original form so we can look at the timestamp. But don't be scared to speak up, because I'm telling you, if the shoe was on the other foot and Nolan was there, or say something happened to someone else and Nolan was present, best believe Nolan be like, well, hold on, let me check and see if maybe I captured anything, because that's just the type of person he was.
Yes. From a father's standpoint, just saying, Nolan would have wanted to help. And like my wife said, if the shoe was on the other foot, he would do anything he could to help. I said before, he was a people person. His aura would light up a room. So anything he could do to help someone in need, even if he didn't know them, and he had some kind of information that would help, he will help. So just like my wife said, put yourself in our shoes. You will want to know, no matter if you're black, white, Asian, whatever,
purple, green.
you will want to know what happened to your child. So,
well, the power of the truth is that it stands forever. And so we are certainly praying that you all get the truth. We pray that the people who may know more about what happened feel convicted and feel convicted to speak. I want to end just on a uplifting note. Again, we've seen so many pictures and video tributes of him, and he just seems so delightful. I'm mother to a son, so you know how we feel about our sons. What were some things that he used to either say around the house or do when he was with you all that brought you joy?
Always like this, Mom. Hold on, hold your hands up. Let's take a pic. Or Mom, let's make a video. Or, phone in his face while he's trying to sleep. That's why I say it's just so hard to believe he wouldn't have his phone, because his phone was always on him. Mm-hmm. He was just a ray of sunshine. And I've said it a couple of times. God took his time with that one. You will not find too many Nolan Welleses in this world. You will not find too many people with that amount of joy that they can give to others. He really is the light in darkness for others. And I don't think he realized that when he was here, because Nolan was just one of those people. He just wanted to give love. He wanted everyone to be happy. He wanted everyone to be included, regardless of your ethnicity, your socioeconomic background. Like that boy didn't care about that. He just wanted to enjoy life, and now that's gone, and we have to figure out, where do we go from here? How do we move on? Because, after his funeral, everyone's going to go back to their day-to-day life. They'll still remember him, right? But it's going to be us, his family, who have to figure out what life is going to look like. I tell my patients all the time who lose family members, friends, what have you, is it's hard when you lose them, but it's that after. It's the after where you really have to yourself and figure out how do you continue to grieve in a positive way that's not destructive to your own personal health, and then the year of the first, as I'll have coined this little term, but the first year of holidays, birthdays, his birthday is next month.
Yes.
He was supposed to turn 19. And that year of the first is it's so difficult because it's a ball of emotions. I know Elmore has been through it with me, with my mother when she passed, and it's like your emotions are just everywhere, but you still, because we have other kids, we still have to be present, right? So it's that delicate balance of how do I still be present, but manage the emotions that I'm feeling because I'm still grieving a loss that is so fresh.
Absolutely. What are you telling his siblings, Elmore, if you could speak to that? How are you loving on them through this time?
Just constantly talking to them, letting them know that our door is always open, hugging them more. I have a bunch of boys, so they be like, yeah, but it is what it is. When you get older, you're gonna hug your children, and hugging them more, tell them I love them. Like I said, it's keeping that communication open and let them know I'm not just your father. I'm a person you can come talk to as well. So, like I said, it's communication, keeping the door open, and just continue to pour love into them, my family, my wife. Just trying to take care of my family.
And yourself at the same time because you're just as important.
And take care of myself.
Well, I'm glad that God has put you two together to hold each other through this season. We will never forget Nolan Wells' name. We will continue to lift it up in the pursuit of justice, but also just in his memory. Mr. Crump, thank you so much for your time and for this interview. And thank you so much, Christine and Elmore.
Thank you, Natasha. We appreciate it.
The story of Nolan Wells has gripped the nation. The 18-year-old went to Horn Island with friends on July 4th and never made it home. Tonight, his parents, Christine Wansley and Elmore Wansley, and their lawyer, Mr. Ben Crump, are here to share about their fight for the truth of what happened to Nolan and also to tell us who Nolan was. Before we talk about anything related to the case, I want to express my condolences to you, Christine and Elmore, and to just say that you have been so inspirational in the midst of your pain and grief.
Look.
More about that father-son.
That when they said that,
as Nolan's best friend, he gave an interview saying that he was the one who was yelling in one of the viral videos that people have been questioning.
For those of you who missed it, this is what we played earlier. This is where Nolan mom said they don't even know the little black dude, Latino dude, whatever the fuck he is. The little dude that said that it was him arguing in the video. So we like, who told you to say that shit? We don't even know you, nigga. Like, we don't know your parents or nothing. Listen to what she say now.
And said that it wasn't Nolan in the video, that it was him, and that Nolan met a girl that day that he really liked, even though he'd never, interacted with this girl before. Her name was Katie. Have you spoken to Trayston since Nolan's passing, and how are you responding to his account of what happened?
So, first of all, we don't know Trayston. We've never met him. So to say, best friend, childhood friend, that's a bit of a stretch. We met him. He's never been to our home.
They've never even met Tristan. So Tristan, what the fuck would make you say that you know Nolan, that you one of his best friends? Oh, someone told you to say that to throw us off and make us believe that you're Nolan's friend and you wouldn't lie about the shit. This nigga done came out like he's one of Nolan's friends to lie to us and say it was him in the video. Okay. Okay, Tristan, it was you in the video. Show us the video. Nah, if it was you in the video, you gotta record it in your phone, don't it? Show us, Tristan. Lying ass. This man, Nolan mom said she don't know you. The dad don't know you. Nobody knows you, my guy. What is you lying for? Huh, Tristan? What is you lying for, bruh? Lying on Nolan name and shit. This man dead talking about you one of his best friends. You a childhood friend. That my mama said you ain't never been over their house. She have never met you. His dad have never met you. They don't even know your parents, nigga. And you expect for us to believe you? Just said they don't know you. La la. This nigga tripping, cuz. This nigga said, I wanna know his childhood friends, and that wasn't him yelling in the video, you know, that was me. This nigga told this shit to New York Times. This nigga told this shit to the ABC News Good Morning America show. And this nigga told somebody else. Who else did he tell? This nigga told the Rolling Stone. Now, who the fuck could get him all of these interviews? Who could get him an interview with the fucking Rolling Stone? To push the narrative the other way. Now, who in their right mind would try to do that? I think the mother would. I think Kate's mother helped the judge. The mother of a judge. Mother judge. These folks, they got together and tried to work shit out to where this shit get thrown out. Like the case just die out. They done sent this little fake ass black boy over here, Tristan, and my boy Nolan Wales' mom said they don't even know Tristan. You welcome. Yeah, man. They don't even know this man. Like, how could you say that shit? And they don't even know you.
Themselves. But Tristan Shepard described himself as Nolan's best friend. He gave an interview saying that he was the one who was yelling in one of the viral videos that people have been questioning, and said that it wasn't Nolan in the video, that it was him, and that Nolan met a girl that day he really liked, even though he'd never heard of this girl before. Her name was Katie. Have you spoken to Tristan since Nolan's passing, and how are you responding to his account of what happened?
This Nolan's mom.
So first of all, we don't know Tristan.
We don't
We've
know
never
Tristan.
met him.
We never met him.
So to say, best friend, childhood friend, that's a bit of a stretch. We've never met him. He's never been to our home. Now, if you were to say that about Jalen or Javon, I would say absolutely. You could say that those are childhood friends. Those are best friends.
Yeah, Jalen, white boy Jalen, Javon, the young nigga that's on TMZ. You could say those friends because we know them. They've been over our house. We know their parents. Watch this.
And because they've been to our home, we know their family. We're close to, their mother. But this young man, I maybe high school, they started hanging out or, kind of been around each other. But again, we don't know him.
We don't know
and not to discount anything he has said, which of course still.
No, see, Mama gotta say that, but no, it's to discount everything that he said. Because if half of what he said was a lie, the whole thing of what he said was a lie. Half the shit he said was that he was best friends with Nolan. He was childhood friends with Nolan. He knew them folk. He knew his moms and his dad. Like, I know his family. Like, yeah, I've been over his house. No, you just said he ain't been over the house. You don't know him. Y'all don't know this nigga. Y'all don't know his family or none of that shit. So it's to discredit everything he has said. Everything he has said was a lie, is a lie, and will remain a lie. Yeah, we don't even want his police statement. His police statement is staged. Yeah, he in cahoots with the mother judge, Katie them mom, Katie, Jalen, and whoever the other two white boys in. He in cahoots with all of they ass. They over here trying to remix the case and cause so much confusion, thinking a black person gonna give up, but black people don't give up that easily, baby. I'm sorry. Black people don't give up that easily, baby. Not even as criminals. Not even as goddamn it doctors, lawyers, whatever we is, nigga. We do not give up easy. This shit crazy. She don't know them folk. That folk don't know them folk, man.
Trying to rule those things out.
Like the video, subscribe to the
but I mean, he has communicated. He did offer his condolences, which we appreciate. And he did let me know about that tidbit, which of course, you know, like I've been telling everyone, if you have any information, forward that over to the local authorities. Make sure also forward that over to our legal team as well, just to make sure that we're looking at everything.
This girl, Katie, who has been cited. Oh, yes, Mr. Prompt, go ahead.
Let me say this to the young man. You know, not only does his, but some of his friends, they reject this notion about, he said, oh, he would just volunteer to stay. They're saying Nolan would never do that. So his friends are saying he doesn't really know Nolan if he's saying that Nolan volunteered to stay there. And we've had so many people now calling our call center saying, well, there was this argument, and then 10 minutes later, there was another argument. But those people have called said, no, Nolan was in an argument. And now we have to continue to investigate to try to figure out everything that happened. But we absolutely do not accept that he volunteered to stay behind, and he volunteered not to have his cell phone with him.
Yes, it's definitely unusual for any teenager to part with their cell phone. This young woman, Katie, who's been cited in these various recollections of what happened that day, do you know if she's been identified? Has anyone spoken to her?
She has been identified. I do not know if anyone has spoken to her. Again, you know, we just have not heard much, right, from our local authorities, which kind of, we're glad that we have kind of taken this course, however it may end. We're glad we did, because just because of this right now, not, you know, being able to have that communication. I just would think with situations like this, you know, they would be more forthcoming, like, hey, let us keep you up to date. We understand the seriousness of the situation. And
they're not keeping them up to date. They're not keeping the mom them up to date or anything. We had the protesters to do a protest for Nolan.
Welcome back to Politics Nation on MS Now. Tonight, deep questions persist in the death of Nolan Wells, the 18-year-old student athlete whose body was recovered last week near a Gulf Coast island where he was last seen on July 4th on a 4th of July trip with friends. The Jackson County, Mississippi Sheriff's Office does not currently suspect foul play, they say, as authorities have said they suspect that the 18-year-old drowned. And a county coroner's autopsy showed no signs of trauma. Still, Nolan Wells' parents have doubts about eyewitness accounts that they say conflict. And as they await the results of the independent autopsy on their son's body, and dozens of peaceful protesters took to the streets in Jackson County last night demanding a full investigation. As president of the National Action Network, I joined them in that call. And I will join Nolan's parents next week to speak at their son's funeral. But joining me now are Nolan's parents, Christine and Elmer Wansley. Christine, Elmer, we appreciate your strength tonight. We've seen peaceful protests and solidarity with you and your family, and I know from spending time with you, you're not activists, you're not interested in being on TV, but you want what is right for your son. And we've seen members of your community, people that knew Nolan, speak to what kind of young man he was. And we've seen people like Tyler Perry and Colin Kaepernick and Byron Allen and thousands of others donate to various financial needs you have right now. Have you been able to take anything from that goodwill as you go through this?
It's one of those situations where it warms my heart, right? Like, it warms my heart, but also my heart is still very broken. But to see that people are so willing to assist us and help us in any way that they can, I'm so appreciative. And I've always said, even in my posts on social media, like, hey, if you cannot donate to the GoFundMe, which I understand because financially times are hard for people, just send us some prayers. That's the biggest thing. Just send us some prayers. We, at this point, we're willing to accept any help whatsoever, but it has just been such a blessing. And I am just so grateful to everyone, whether they've donated, sent up prayers, DoorDash orders, just all of that. We're just incredibly grateful to everybody.
And you, Elma, have you been able to take any solace from the support you and Christine have received?
Yes, it's a very good feeling just to see all the love that my son had from the community and his friends. So people always will come in and say, "Oh, your son is a great guy," individual here and there, but to actually see that really touched a lot of people during his time here, and it's just a great feeling to know how much of a people person he was. Nolan was really a people person and could light up a room with his personality and his character. So he would truly be missed.
Now, between social media and some interviews I've seen with parents in Jackson County, Black America has responded emotionally to this tragedy, both what you're going through and the circumstances surrounding Nolan's death. Some have echoed your admitted lack of trust or concern in aspects of the Mississippi law enforcement in good faith. So, Christine, along with the concern that race may or may not have played a role in what happened beforehand, do you think investigators feel the pressure that is happening so they'll take this seriously?
That's the hope, because the concern is when it first happened, right? It was kind of straight out the gate, like, hey, this is what we're thinking, but yet there's been no full investigation. At that point, investigation, I don't even think had started. And so to come out publicly and state that, that's kind of where and the concern for how's this investigation going to go? Once again, I have said it in pretty much every single interview. I've stated it on my personal social media. The only thing we're asking for is just a thorough, honest, clean investigation. We just want to know what happened to our son. Like, I think that, again, any parent in America, or even just any person, if your loved one goes missing, you want to know what has happened.
Christine, both you and your husband have talked about how gregarious Nolan was, how much he enjoyed people and seemed to value accord. You said in Friday's press conference that he was not how you wanted the world to meet your son. What else do you want us to know about him?
He was God-fearing. He had faith. Again, God took his time with him. He was rare. Meet too many people like him, especially in the day and time that we live in, who is just so full of joy and light and really just wants everyone to come together. And it's very disheartening, the discourse, the comments on social media, like the lack of empathy, and that people are taking our pain.
Yeah, all them racist people. All them racist ass white people on the internet that's bashing his family and bashing his parents and shit. That shit killing them. That shit killing them. That they going through this pain for losing their 18-year-old son, who was a promised prospect of the NFL. Already in the D-League at the age of 18, my nigga. And all y'all can do is play KKK. Most of you motherfuckers ain't even accepted into the KKK and you play KKK. KKK won't even accept you. And y'all out here fucking with this man, folks. Fucking with Nolan Wells, folk. These folk can't even sleep over that shit. His dad ain't slept a night since he done passed. Especially with the threats and shit coming to his wife and shit. Nigga, he can protect himself. He stay up late nights. Cause some racist ass white folks wanna hop online and call they fucking house and threaten them and say that they gonna kill them and do all of this stupid ass shit to them. Nigga playing the KKK won't even accept their ass. Fuck you playing like you them for? Cause they won't accept you? I bet if the KKK found out you were playing like you with them, they'll whoop you. They'll jump your ass. On some real gang shit. Like you playing racist. Stop playing with them folk, man. I don't know what's wrong with people nowadays. Y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel. I don't know what the fuck wrong with people nowadays. I don't want to come to that party, man. Don't invite me. I'm not coming. Hey, bitch, you idiot. Emperor, get your bitch ass up out my chat, ho. You an idiot. Fuck do you mean? I'm talking about motherfuckers fucking with Nolan's family and you talking about a motherfucker an idiot. You stupid, my guy. You fucking dummy. We got another troll. Bitch, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel since you want. You stupid bitch. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Y'all hand clap for the troll. Fucking dummy. I told y'all that. Don't be fucking playing in my chat when I'm on this shit about Nolan Wells. This shit is serious, my guy. Yeah, have a great day, my nigga. God bless you too. Nah, they ain't fucking with our minds. I just gotta slap a nigga a couple of times. Some niggas like being slapped. Yeah, some of these niggas like being slapped. They want you to slap words. But you can tell when they trolling, so you gotta let them troll. Cause it up your comments. It up your reactions. You gotta make them like the video. It ups your likes. You gotta make them subscribe to it. It ups your subscribers. You know what I'm saying?
And this situation is a joke. And just us simply asking, like what happened has triggered so many people, which is crazy because, again, especially if you're someone who has children, you would want to know. But
Yeah,
he was a light. Like he was just walk into a room and just his personality would get in the room before he
I told y'all, this man would really light up the room. Everybody wanted to be in the picture with him. Everybody wanted to be around him. Everybody wanted to be able to say, hey, I was over there with Nolan Wells at the party. Yeah, I was at the party with Nolan. It was Nolan Wells there. Man, they had Katie them mom through it. They had Beach Boy in there. Man, I'm talking about they had all the hot streamers from the school there. Man, it was live, dude. I'm talking about I took a picture with Nolan. Yeah, folks wanted to. Yeah, he made the room light up. Yeah, he was a good guy. I'm talking about, man. Look, man, to this main community, he was a superstar. He was already there. Yeah, everybody knew he was gonna make the NFL. Yeah, rest in peace, Nolan. Everybody knew the NFL, man. Man, come on, man. Look, we got an interview. I'm finna play it next. Yeah, his last interview about his season and how he had done the season before, how he had so many highlights and what he was finna do in the D League and in college. I'm talking about, yeah, this young man was really one of the best, man. Like, he didn't deserve to die so soon. Nolan? Man, Nolan didn't deserve to die so soon. Nolan, just imagine when you was in school and, if fast forward a little bit, you out of school and then somebody says like the goodest people that you went to school with is dead. Man, look, Nolan dead. Nolan Wells. Man, Nolan Wells dead. Man, we would have thought he would have outlived all of us. Why? Because he a good person. He got a good heart. Come on, man. Everybody done seen it. Everybody done witnessed it. It means he just good to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Jesus died young, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jesus died young. In his 30s, that's young. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, he didn't deserve to go. It wasn't his time, though.
He would. Yeah, he just wanted everyone to be happy. That was his biggest thing. He just wanted everyone to be happy.
Y'all like the
Elma, it
video,
struck me
subscribe
as
to
we
the
spent
channel.
time in my office at National Action Network talking that you are not activists, you were not looking for a cause. The
Nigga, I'm
fact
from
that he
Memphis,
was
nigga.
not
Typical
there,
violent behavior.
he was
Boy,
missing. Then all of a sudden, his cell phone and his keys
what?
are somewhere that they had not voluntarily brought back to you, and law enforcement was saying there was no foul play. You were
Fuck
just
wrong with a
operating as
nigga
parents. That's
Lala.
why you'd reach out or you would talk to someone like Ben Crump and later me. You were not looking for a cause, but things just didn't add up, you were saying, Elma.
Yeah. No, it wasn't. She prayed that the right people who will be put in our lives to help us with this, and he answered our prayers. Ben Crump got in contact with us, and his team has really helped us move this along. I really believe if we didn't have him, I don't know what this investigation would be.
Yeah, and to the support of our
Man, them folks thankful for being crunk. Them folks ain't have to give him a dime. They ain't have to give him a dime. These news stations and these interviews are gonna pay Ben Crump. Ben Crump will make his money from the news stations interviews and shit. But they didn't have to give him a dime. He do this shit pro bono. Yeah, and then he call on people like Al Sharpton, other black activists, and he say, Al Sharpton, I need some money. I'm doing this pro bono. I'm working out of pocket. But this family need the funeral paid for. I need somebody to pay for the autopsy. It's gonna be a private one. It's gonna be over 100,000. He like, let me make a couple of calls. Colin Kaepernick, how you doing, brother? Yeah, we got an autopsy for our young brother, Nolan Wells. It's over 100,000. Colin Kaepernick like, hell yeah, I can back it. I'm finna tell my people, I'm finna have my people to wire the money to y'all account before we even get off. Call out the number, 3425. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Colin. I'ma let them know. I'ma let the family know. Boom. Al Sharpton hang up from Colin Kaepernick. He called motherfucking Tyler Perry. What's up, Tyler Perry? Boom. Tyler Perry like, what's up with it, Al Sharpton? He like, nigga, we need you to pay for the funeral. He like, okay, I'm gonna go all out with it. We gonna do $5 million for the funeral. You don't need no damn $5 million for no funeral. But he obviously gonna rent a venue, that motherfucker. He gonna pay for the funeral costs, the casket, the flowers, the pastor. We don't know who they gonna have at Nolan Wells' funeral preaching, giving this eulogy. But this shit is finna be seen by the world. It's finna be seen by the world. We finna show the world, Craig. We top flight security of the world, Craig. Yeah. This shit. No. Let me tell y'all white boys something. The wrong young black boy this time. Huh? Yeah, y'all killed the wrong one this time. Nolan, we tired of it. We tired of it. That's just what it is. Y'all want to know the truth? We tired of it. If you tired of it, hit that. You tired of these white folk constantly killing our young black folk, hit that like button. I'm tired of it. All these black people are tired of it. It's some white folk that's tired of it. It's some white folks that's tired of white folk killing black kids. Because they catch a whip for it. And they get put in the bunch with the motherfuckers. They sick of it too.
Our friends who it with so many things. We have like our own little, almost like a little crisis team. They have been phenomenal in making sure that we're getting, the information out, making sure, we're set up with meetings and then like Elmore said, it's just, it really has been a godsend. And at that juncture, once again, I think anybody would accept any help. We were literally asking for any help. We were desperate.
Yeah. And I might add, you said you want everybody that will come out to be peaceful. Surely y'all keep emphasizing peaceful. And many of the ones that came out today were white. This is not that only one side has responded, but everybody's saying.
I told y'all, it's white folks that's sick of that shit too. It's white folks that's sick of white folks killing black kids. Didn't you just hear Al Sharpton? Right after I said that, Al Sharpton just came in on this motherfucker. I am a motherfucking analytical motherfucking bastard. I am an analytical bastard. I just said, it's not just us black white folks that's tired of white folks killing young black kids. And Al Sharpton came in and said, man, did you see the show out of people? And it was mostly white people that showed up in support, my nigga. Yeah, because this town that they live in, this city that they live in, is mostly whites. So yeah, on the outside of the city, us black people are upset at it. But on the inside of the city, the white people are upset at it, and they standing with the family and they like, look, we upset at these rich ass white folks in our community too that think they can do any fucking thing. They kids tease our kids and kill y'all kids. We stand with y'all. Nolan Wells' mother and father. That's how the white folk feel out there. I told you how the white boy was acting on the boat. I said, that's his dad's boat. So he run that shit. He control the two white boys. Them four parents, that white boy done got them other two white boys into this shit. And them four parents sitting there and they sick of their kids. Cause they like, our kids ain't nothing but a flunky to this little motherfucker. And he just keeps getting them in trouble and keeps getting them in trouble. And now they fucking life could be over with. Damn right. When Ben Crump and that team unfold this shit, damn right y'all lives could be over with. Your kids' lives could be over with. Cause they flunky. He mad at Nolan cause Nolan got Katie and he want Katie so bad. He think Katie want him because he got his dad boat and shit and Nolan them with me. Hey, Nolan's with me. She don't get no fuck, nigga. She want Nolan. He's the prize. The prize child out there. It's Nolan, nigga. It's not you. You're not an athlete. You just a rich kid. Katie looking at that shit and she's saying, it's not promised that your little evil rich ass will come as a state when he passed. He might not even leave it to you. You the bad rich kid. You the rough ass rich kid. Katie don't even like your type, nigga. She want a starring athlete. And that's what Nolan was. Nolan couldn't help it that the damn girl liked him and didn't like you. He couldn't help it that you were jealous and wanted to kill him after that. Nolan couldn't help that you got jealous that Katie wanted him and you wanted to kill him after that. I don't even think he know that you. Not really. Like you could have been mad, like, bro, I'll kill you, bro. And he just like, bro, calm down. Like, no, you're not. And you just like, I'll kill you, bro. And he don't even believe you. He like, bro, you're rich. You wouldn't fuck that up. But you would. And then at the same time, your folks will bury some shit for you. Because they don't want you to lose. You're privileged. You're going to lose this time. Because being crunk is on Nolan Wells' case. You little white boys, y'all won't get out of it. Hell no, I ain't no YN. I'm a grown-ass man. A YN is a young nigga, and that's a mentality. Ain't no YNs in this chat, my nigga. I don't have YNs in this chat. I have young gentlemen, grown men, grown gentlemen in this chat, my nigga. We prestige over here. But we will get on the nigga ass. Cause we are some beasts, nigga. Unleash the beast, and it's over with, my nigga. We will get on your ass. Ain't no young niggas over here. So it ain't no YNs. We don't even use that language in here. We say nigga, we don't say young nigga. And that's when we getting on somebody's ass, somebody that done committed a crime. When we breaking this shit down, yeah, we getting on the ones ass who commit the crime. Yeah, like on the white boy ass right now. Bro couldn't help that. Yeah. Nolan couldn't help that the girl liked him. Shit, all the white girls liked him. Because every picture you see Nolan in, the white girls behind him and looking at him and smiling at him. Every video you see him in, the white girls want to dance with him, do the TikTok dances with him. The white boys, they get too drunk at a young age. They don't even know how to do the TikTok dances. Yeah. Them young black boys, they ain't even getting drunk at them ages. Especially if they athletes. If they athletes, they really ain't, they ain't getting drunk or high, nothing. That's one thing I can say about little black boys that do play sports. If they play sports, my nigga, they ain't doing no drugs. Them young white boys that don't be playing sports, they be rich as fuck. They be drinking, smoking cigarettes, smoking weed. Boy, you young as hell. Young nigga, I'm 35, young nigga. You out here smoking blunts and drinking like you my age, my nigga. You ain't nothing but 16, 15, 16, 17, 18. My nigga, you young as fuck, my nigga. You young as fuck. Rich as fuck, young as fuck. So you get to do it. So it's not like a kid in the ghetto that's doing it. Right? You rich as fuck, so you overdo it. A kid in the ghetto ain't overdoing it. They smoking every time they get with their friends, and they probably got one or two, and it's 10, 12 of them. They barely getting high every day. The folk barely getting high every single day. And you rich, you really getting high. Fucking yourself out. To the point where none of the girls in the neighborhood like you. They don't even care about how big your house is and your dad boat and shit and how your family got the boat and shit. They don't get no fuck about that white boy. They just like you get too drunk and fucked up. They don't want you because they think you're abusive. That's what abusive men do.
This just does not add up. We want to see justice here.
That is it. Like, that is the bottom line. People can make whatever assumptions they want, but when it comes down to it, we would give all the money back. We would give the gifts, everything that everyone has done for us. We would give that all back just to have him back.
Yes. I'll have to leave it there. Thank you for giving us this, and this is the first interview you did without a lawyer, so you trusted me, but I felt you when we sat in our office. Thank you to Nolan's parents, Christine and Elmer Wansley. I will continue to pray for you, and I'll be joining you later on in the week.
That's good right there. That's the interview this morning with Al Sharpton. He did another interview with them without being Crump in the room. They lawyer without him present. And they trusted him. Now this interview right here is the one of Nolan.
For fraternity.
This the interview of Nolan. His last interview, sports interview. We're gonna play this. I want y'all to hear this, hear how talented he was, and just the things that he would do as a person, and how he mentored other kids and shit like that. He was an amazing kid, man. Only 18, already accepted into the D League, already accepted into a college and playing for a college team. Starting as a freshman wide receiver on the college varsity team. His first year in, he was ready. He was gonna do some fucking big things, y'all. Let's hear this interview from him.
Actors and become somebody, and you know they was hating and jealous of that dude. Being your friend and
Okay. All right. Up next, we got one of the Greyhounds' top offensive weapons, senior wide receiver Nolan Wells, a key playmaker for
senior wide receiver Nolan Wells. You know, this is his last interview. When he just graduated this year and he was finna get ready to go into college and into the D League. They said senior Nolan Wells. He's on the radio station in this city. Y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel. This Wells' last interview. We finna hear that motherfucker together, y'all. Here it is.
Ocean Springs. Nolan's been a consistent force on the field, showcasing leadership, athleticism, and a heart every game. With a connection, his quarterback that keeps defense on their toes and an unmatched drive to push his team forward. Nolan is a crucial part of the Greyhounds offense and defense. We're about to dive in with his journey this season so far.
He is a crucial part of the Greyhounds offense and defense. This is Nolan Wells now. Look, y'all, this boy was cold. I'm talking about, do you hear how long his intro was on the radio station? It was straight highlights of who he was as a football player, what he's already achieved, what he's finna achieve. This nigga, rest in peace to Nolan Wells. This man was one of the best.
What's ahead for this talented senior? What's up, nephew? What's up, man? How you doing? I'm good. Well, you've been had a big season so far this year, man. Tell us about it. How does it feel coming in for your senior year?
It's great. I'm just happy to, play with some of my best friends.
Yeah.
I play with all my life.
Yeah. You're going to probably graduate.
I probably will.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. All right, so Nolan, you've been one of the leaders on the team, especially through some of tough games like last week. How do you personally bounce back from a loss like that?
Really just like you're trying to flush it, because like once you over, you can do nothing about it. Try to have a good mentality for the next coming week.
Yeah.
Play hard.
All right. Can you talk about the team's energy in overtime and how you guys kept fighting until the very end?
I really feel like everybody was trying to win.
Yeah.
Doing what it takes to win. Being unselfish.
Yeah.
Just having fun. Doing what you do.
Yeah. As a senior, how do you keep the younger guys focused and motivated after tough losses?
I'd say really just being like the older guy, just talking to them about stuff that they go through, that I went through, that everybody that went through, and trying to be positive all the time. Smile.
Be positive all the time.
What's your mindset going into this week's game against Natchez after a close one like last week?
Really just win.
Got to. What do you think are the key things that the offense needs to improve on heading into this game?
Just really getting back to us, making big plays when numbers called.
Yeah.
And just taking it play by play. And if anything bad happens, flush it, move on.
You seem to have a good connection with both quarterbacks, Ron Whitehead and Carter White. What's that like, having two quarterbacks that you have great chemistry with?
Those guys, they've been some of my best friends for these kids. So really, it's always something like we always wanted for each other.
Yeah.
And it's great. Love it.
Are there any specific matchups you're looking forward to against Natchez defense this week?
Really all of them.
Yeah.
One-on-one.
Yeah.
Get it.
What's your approach when running routes, especially in critical moments of the game?
Let's get it.
Really just win it. It's one-on-one, me versus you.
Yeah.
Thinking like that. Just win.
Are you playing basketball when you playing football out there?
Yeah, I kind of do a little bit.
I can tell, man. I can tell. You be out there like, all right. So, how do you personally handle the pressure of being a go-to?
Hey, that man said he approached football as just one-on-one. Me and you, whoever in front of him, that's what we getting. Ha. The man said, ha. He said, do you play basketball when you playing football? He said, yeah, I kind of do. He take the one-on-one thing from basketball and put it in football. You and him. So he wide receiver. When he catch that ball, it's just you and him, whoever around him, to take him out. Ha. He gonna see, he do them. He catch the ball and do a spin and a twist on your ass like he on the NBA court. When you spin and twist on a nigga coming down on him, it's a deflective move. Nigga be so caught up in trying to make sure he reach around your arms enough with your shit out that he miss you when you put your arms down. It's a reflective move. Be able to reflect the nigga off of you when you come all the way down. Hit his ass with the Hamlet. Boom. He might just fall down and you kick up off of him and you run that ball. Yeah. He on some NBA shit. That boy was cold. Nolan was cold, man. Y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel. We going up tonight.
Especially in tight games, because they went for you first play in overtime, and you came up big with that big touchdown catch.
I like it. I like the pressure. I think, you know what I'm saying, best players show up, the pressure's on. So really, I'm glad my coaches got me in position to make the play.
Right. What kind of feedback are you getting your teammates in practice or during the games to help everyone stay locked in?
Just keep going. It's not over. Like, we took the 3 losses, took to the chance, whatever. Move on, keep going.
All right, looking ahead, what goals have you set for yourself and the team for the rest of the season?
It's my senior year, so I'm trying to win. Trying to go as far as we can.
Yeah. All right, so how far are you and your fellow seniors approaching this last year, knowing you won't leave a legacy behind?
Hey, Andrew Taylor.
Just taking it game by game, week by week, day by day. Having fun, soaking it all up.
Because it goes fast.
Yeah.
All right. What's one thing you're focusing on improving as you continue this season personally?
I'll probably say I'm trying to minimize my drops.
Okay.
Like that's probably like my biggest issue. I have more than I had last season. Right now, I think so. I had like 3 or 4 last season, like the whole season. So probably just minimizing that.
Yeah. That's fine. It's a mental thing. That's all it is. All right, looking ahead, are there any specific matchups you're excited for whether you're an individual, like for the season, or you just taking each game, each week by?
I'm ready for the go for it game.
You ready for the go for it game?
That's what I want.
That's gonna turn into y'all right, bro.
I want that one. I want that real bad.
All right, man. So after football season, you have basketball. So I know you ready for basketball. That's your thing, for real, for real. So tell us a little bit about basketball. What you like out there on that hardwood?
I really just kind of like football. It's just competition. I just love competing, having fun.
Yeah.
Going out with your friends,
Yeah.
trying to win.
Yeah.
Fun.
Well, man, Nolan, I appreciate you for stopping by with us this week. We look forward to having you come back again. You know what I'm saying? You know, you're more than welcome to come back here anytime, man. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
All right, man. Good luck this week. You too. All right, this the Big Game Breakdown Senior Spotlight. We're gonna take a commercial break and we'll be right back.
Big Game Breakdown Senior Spotlight. That's a sports podcast, sports channel out there in Texas. Out there in Mississippi, where Nolan them from. That was Nolan's last interview. Before he got ready to do what he was just finna do, go to the D League and shit. Before his life was taken. You know what I'm saying? And that's real crazy. It's true, you know. Thankful that people like Tyler Perry them came out, but that's not what this shit about. We don't care about the motherfucking money. The parents don't care about the money. Like, nigga, don't be doing that shit for recognition. Do it for the real cause. You know what I'm saying? Because most of these niggas do that shit for recognition. Yeah, they do. But we don't. We do this shit to get the truth out. This is Blockstar MS Analytics. You know what we are? We are Blockstar Analysts. And what we do, we just analyze the fuck out of that shit. Thank you, chat. I love you, chat. Listen, y'all. Don't forget to like the video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel to become a part of the family. Listen, man, you've been chilling with yours truly. It's Blockstar MS. All the way from Memphis. Don't forget. And I'm out of here, chat. I love y'all. I like